I don't understand, you tell me. Is this top notch? I mean... is it? Oh god. Good afternoon everybody. I'm sorry to put you through this music. And every time you click something, every time you click... Oh, I'm gonna show you. I don't know you. I don't know why I thought this was a good idea. Time to find out! Dear lord. Sure, let's have a new game with cats. I'm sorry, Karnok. Okay, who am I? I guess I'm... Who do I want to be? Maybe I want to be a guy. So I can date beautiful women cats. I'll be the regular, won't I? I like her best. I'm gonna be Jinsey, cause I'm boring. What's the random names? That's not even interesting. Thanks for following, buddy. These are all... Oh yeah, we'll take that. We're Philippa. Islehart the second. We're playing the Dexter dating app game. Yes, actually. Good day, Arthur. I don't know, Core. I'm actually doubting that, but okay. This game supports an autosave. Please don't turn off your game while it's saving. What? What? Why would you not accept it? That's weird. This better be good. Or we're gonna go back to dating doves. I'm not sure how long we've been sailing, but it feels like forever. Actually, I have to switch this over now, don't I? Because otherwise you can't read the glorious text. Where are you? Perfect date. Okay. There, now you can read it. I bet you're very interested in what the cats have to say, but... It's very bright in my room because the sun is up. Afternoon, Spriggan. I'm not sure how long we've been sailing, but it feels like forever. I'm not feeling too well, so it's a huge relief to hear the deck lad shout. Island approach! Make yourself ready! I'm finally here. When I applied last month, I was just another broke student living off of baked beans, and didn't really think I had a chance of being accepted to be part of the prestigious Cat Island research team. I swear, this is like How to Full Boyfriend, but like with cats, and instead of school, it's a research team. They're going to be exactly that. Yet here it is. The little black dot in the distance, growing bigger by the second, is the infamous Cat Island, the place I will call home for the next few months. My heart momentarily skips a beat. What if there's been a mistake? What if they accepted someone else's application and accidentally sent the offer to me? I rummage about in my bag until I find the papers. The title is already a pun. Dear Philippa Eilhart, I'm gonna just always put Eilhart behind this because it makes it better. We are pleased to be able to offer you the position of Research Assistant to Professor Pauper at our research facility on Cat Island. The position will be for an initial period of 8 weeks. Your contract will be sent separately. We look forward to working with you, Professor Pauper. That's like a double pun. No mistake, that's my name. Right there in the top left-hand corner, Philippa Eilhart. And there's his name at the bottom, the genius behind this whole operation. Professor Pauper, science genius, and my new boss. I look up from my papers to see dry land rapidly approaching before us. It seems to be surrounded by a huge barrier of impenetrable black rocks. As we get closer, we're not slowing down, and I begin to worry that we're going to crash into them. Then, at the very last moment, we take a sharp turn to the left, and suddenly we're sailing smoothly towards a jetty through an opening in the rocks. It's not even puns in this. I blow out the breath that I've been holding and break into a smile. Nicely done, Skipper. This is Philippa Eilhart, right there. This is what she is. After we're dating cats. I mean, I actually have no idea if this is a good game. Like, zero idea. The ferryman comes out from behind the steering wheel, ignoring my attempts at camaraderie, and shouts rather briskly, "Take all your belongings, we won't be back for days, so don't leave nothing you'll need." Okay, bye. I smile weakly at the ferryman and his son, then pick up my bags, ready to disembark. We glide seamlessly up to the wooden jetty, and the sun Okay, I'm gonna be real. I don't really want to read about how nervous you are to be here. Like, it's not that interesting. Can I say that? Yeah, this is also gonna be a review. This is like gonna be this is a playthrough and a review at the same time. If you put 2 cats on the bottom and 1 on top of them, you'll get a pyramid. I swear to God, Stanch. I swear to God. Good afternoon, Alex. Philippa is always open to trying new things. That's why. Joe, sir, caught you a mouse. Wait, what? And then he laughs loudly, as though he said the funniest thing he's ever heard. It's very disconcerting. Yeah, it is. What? The security guard remains surly and turns his attention to me. Let's be having you, then. He holds out his large hand, which I assume is an offer to help me off the boat, but as I reach out to take it, he snatches it away, throwing me off balance so that I almost fall over the side. What a great start. Okay. ID card? Oh, I see, of course. Yeah, no, that's what he meant. Clear. Free eye gouging Philippa. Yeah, and she also got a haircut, so there's that. I reach into my back pocket and hand over the laminated card I was given on the mainland. Sure, that is I. That's not a... Sure. I'll take it. I'll not even question this. Go on. I will say I preferred the art style of Hatoful Boyfriend, but okay. He barely looks at it before striding off, grunting over his shoulder. This way. Okay, what a beautiful island. I follow him down a dirt track path and get my first proper view of the island. It's beautiful, lush and green. I'm already under its spell, and I want to date cats, I guess. After no more than a couple of minutes trekking, we're in base camp, which consists of an assortment of tents and huts. Among them are 2 more solid-looking structures, 1 larger and 1 smaller, and I presume these are the labs. It's a moderate camp, cool. I'm gonna skip all the boring conversations because I want to read about cats. Oh no, there's no people. Okay. Oh my god! Okay, did they all play The Witcher and they were like, let's make this happen? I'm gonna just call her Triss, instead of Miss Marigold. Triss, ... I try not to get paranoid. This is Philippa and Triss going at it together. Looks a fellow at work. Here. He stopped at the largest of the tents, indicating that I should go inside. I feel rude just walking in, so I make my presence known first. Hello? A firm but friendly voice calls out. Oh, that's Professor Popper. Where's all the cats at? Oh, wow. Okay. Don't clean up. Don't be a bother. I walk in and there he is, hunched over some documents. The great Professor Popper. Sir, it's an honor to meet you. Yes, you must be Philippa Eilhart. Come in, my dear. Glad to have you on board. Good journey. Well, long. Yes, indeed, we're rather tucked away here. Let me offer you some refreshments. It would be rude to let you drink whiskey on your own. Oh, this is Philippa Eilhart. Are we gonna play her like Philippa Eilhart? Like, the character is so incredibly un-Philippa Eilhart-y, we gotta make her Philippi. So, so we're gonna be rude. We're a rude Philippa Eilhart. Cold Philippa Eilhart. I'm fine, thank you. It's important to keep hydrated. Yeah, okay, I don't care. You're not a cat. Okay, that's... Okay. Oh, there's a cat pen! Thank you! It will take you a while to find your way around and discover how it all works, so for today I thought I would just get you kitted out and maybe introduce you to some of the locals. The cats, that is. I believe you've already met most of the human locals. No, I only met the ferryman and the security guard who brought me here. Oh, and that and Triss Marigold. You're already using 2 names from The Witcher. I don't believe that you won't use more. Ow, obviously. And the lady outside? Ah, Miss Triss Marigold! Her and her husband are the caretakers. Is his name Geralt? Because I'd like it to be. Wonderful couple, the Marigolds. Oh, they're actually both called Marigold. Geralt Marigold doesn't make any sense. You'll meet them before too long. We're a tidy little family here, Philippa Eilhart, and I'm sure you'll fit in nicely. Thank you, sir. I hope so. Okay, so first things first. This is your basic kit. Okay, give me stuff. That's great. Thank you for the stuff. Thank you for that stuff. And that stuff. Okay. He's literally just listing things he's giving me. That's not interesting conversation, game. I shove each item into my new backpack, and as he gives them to me, that's nice. And he gives me even more stuff. Riveting conversation. Thanks for giving me more stuff. Are you gonna say something interesting? Thank you. We're gonna get a Pokedex. Yeah, it's Professor Pauper. I know. This. He holds up something that looks a lot like a mobile phone, except it clearly isn't one. No, it's a Pokedex. This is your catalog. Okay. Catalog? Yes, the name comes from its earliest version. It was initially designed to record and store data on the cats. Why? And scan them and log their details. But as you see, we've come a long way since then. I feel really weird about the fact that this character would date an actual cat. I'm just saying. Good afternoon, Dragon. I can use it to communicate with the rest of our team. I've added everyone's contact details for you, listen to music, take photos. There's even a pen that comes with it to insert microchips into the back of the cat's necks so that we can keep track of them. But I'm gonna date them. Thanks to follow, Chris. It's a very valuable piece of equipment, Philippa Eilhart, and I need you to protect it above all else. Do you understand? I will guard my Pokedex with my life. I think so, Snatch. He's looking me directly in the eye and clearly expects a response. Thanks. Why can't I just be cool about this? Good, you'll get to know all the functions as you go along, but for now, I suggest we take a stroll out and see if we can't find a few friends to introduce you. Blah 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 blah. Yes, I would like to meet the cats. I am not nervous to be in charge of that. I'm Philippa Eilhart. I don't get nervous. They don't get Philippa, man. Well, Pixie, you never know. And we're at the beach. The mixture of terrain on Cat Island is quite unique. Even in such a relatively small area, you'll find forests, mountains, jungle, beaches, woodland. Hitting my microphone. All of these different geological and ecological zones in one place. It really is most remarkable. It certainly is. Even the lack of wildlife, I like how they're just like explaining why there's just cats here and nothing dangerous. Well, there is a type of force field that surrounds the island, disallowing anything to enter. That is so contrived. You mean literally anything? Absolutely. No birds, fish, or creatures of any kind can penetrate it. Well, how are the cats gonna chase after birds in that case? It's just rude. I want to see the cats. That's what I'm trying to say. Forgive my lack of intelligence on this subject, but, we're here? The professor lets out a disconcertingly loud laugh. Ha ha ha, exposition. Well, there is, of course, one small break in this invisible wall, blah blah blah, exposition. I want to date cats, so let me date cats. Yes, let's not get too bogged down. The island is shaped like a peanut. What? Okay, we get a map. Really? That's the map? Okay. This is our end of the island. It's very known to us. We've been researching here for many years. What are we actually researching? The other end is not so familiar to us. We have encountered difficulties that have hindered our progress in the region. Is this Doki Doki all of a sudden? What type of difficulties, Professor? Well, we're not sure as we'd like to be, but I think someone from the literature club is trying to kill all the cats so they can have you for your... No, that's a different plot? Okay. But what I can tell you is that the very environment has an adverse effect upon humans. Okay, we're getting sick? Okay. No birds and fish, exactly. Energizer. And at the worst, fainting, migraines, possible nerve damage. Oh, we're gonna die. That's great. Well, Philippa, best get the best out of it while you can. As I say, it's best to keep away, but let's not go into all that now, my dear. You've had a long day. For now, let's just say that we refer to the far end of the island as the danger zone. Really? The danger zone. I must ask you not to put yourself at risk by venturing beyond this mountain range here. I will absolutely venture beyond the mountain range things. There are wild, aggressive cats out there. Well, maybe I want to date those. I won't want you getting too close to them, unlike our lovely fellows closer to home. Yes, let me to a spot where a few cats are lounging about. What do you say we try out our catalogue now, Philippa Eilhart? He stoops down and picks up one of the animals, a disgruntled-looking cat who was sleeping under the shade of a palm tree. They always are. The cat lets out a displeased mewl, but doesn't struggle. Its large body, billowing with a long orange fur, just sort of hangs in the professor's arms in lazy resignation. Would you like to have a go at scanning this delightful chap? It's my cat. I find the on switch and some blah blah blah. Okay. Sorry. It boops. It boops the cat. I select the app labeled Cat Scan. Of course. Because of course it is. The professor holds the cat towards me with arms outstretched. I'm sure he said the scanning chip is implemented into the back of the neck somewhere, but it's difficult to find this one's neck amidst the thick cloud of fur. Okay. You blow to make a parting. That's not how cat fur works. Not how cat fur works. Okay, so we scan the cat. We scan the cat. We're gonna date this cat or... Meow. Floofy butt. Sounds like a guy for me. The cat looks displeased. That's every cat ever. I was gonna say, all cats are displeased. Floofy butt. Male, 10 years and 4 months. His eye color is red. That's not a thing. Amazing! That's amazing. So I have to scan cats such as Mr. Floofy Butt. I can't wait to get started because you're boring and not a cat, so I want to get to the cats. I'd get a bit more practice. I will. Thank you. The professor seems to be a genuine cat lover like me. I think we're going to get on great. Okay, here goes. No help this time. The first cat I approach is very friendly with beautiful calico markings. Oh, are you falling in love? It comes towards me, already purring. No, Trixie, the cat. Okay. We scan another cat. Is this going to be our dating game? Really? I'm kind of feeling like there has to be something more to this to keep me hooked, so these are more cats. Snooty Booty. These are some good names. Snooty Booty. And McMurphy. I'm gonna date one of these cats then, right? Is that what this is? The one I've deliberately put off last. Why? Is this Cindercat? It's a Cindercat, Mr. Kibbles. And he doesn't like people. Does he? Yes, I loved it. Okay, but I want to know if there's a story here. Thanks for the follow, Thale. I'm so exhausted from scanning cats, I just simply must sleep. He doesn't look Irish. He looks angry. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. It's weird because there was a distortion, so I was like, maybe there's more. So I want to know if there is more, and if there isn't, I'm going to be sorely disappointed. It's quite late by the time I've unpacked and settled myself, but I want to write my journal entry before I sleep. Okay. It's very cold, so I cuddle up. I'm just gonna recap this every time, because it's not very interesting conversation. Oh, I'm so happy and cold and stuff. And then I sleep because cats. And then I'm sleeping and then this again. Like that's what I mean. Like, what is that? Maybe there's actually something here. I don't think so, Energizer. I'm pretty sure it's not. Yeah, and it's very, very messy in my room too. I'm not sure how long I've been asleep, but I wake up with a violent jolt that leaves me sitting bolt upright. It's too dark to see anything, but I hear a rustling and then a strange electronic noise. One that in my sleepy confusion I can't place right away. Ah, it's Boop Boop, the catalogue. Acting on instinct, I scramble to my feet and follow the noise out of the tent. One of the cats wants to date me. I look around me and my fears are confirmed when I catch sight of a pulsing red light, getting fainter in the direction of the forest. I snap into action, running as fast as I can. Oh, Philippa, you're so on point. Barefoot, dressed in my pajamas, running at full speed into the forest in the dark of night. I must be crazy. Are you, though? Cats will make a mess of the room. That's true. If you start dating one, you're gonna have a messy room anyway. The words of Professor Pauper are ringing in my ears. I need you to protect it above all else. Because someone stole my catalogue? My legs are trembling beneath me. I stop, feeling my heartbeat heavy throughout my body. I wheeze in and out, my breath billowing in front of me in white puffs. Is it that cold, really? I shouldn't feel like this. Why am I so dizzy? I try to get my bearings and I realize I've blundered perilously close to the danger zone. And there's angry cats everywhere. I can just make out the shapes of some large animals in front of me before my eyes close and I drop to my knees. Angry cats? They're not very large. A tank dating game? Why? Have I died? I open my eyes. The calico cat I scanned yesterday is sitting in front of me. She drops the catalogue at my feet. Thank you. and I pass out. Nice one. A laser pointer for cats. Oh, no wonder they're going to try and steal it. How does that feel, guys? Hello, can you hear me? Oh, I can hear the cats now, so now I can actually date them. Are you okay? I don't know, am I? What is it? Don't be ridiculous, Kibbles. It's a human. Oh yeah, yuck. I can smell it now. Smells like a human. Oh, do be quiet. What the hell? Are they alive? Okay, guys. Let's decide which one of these we're gonna date. Floofybot is so angry. These two are the only ones that look genuinely happy to see me, so like this one and this one. You can't see the left one. That's so rude. That's the calico cat. You can't see him because my face is in front of it. I'm gonna date one and this one because they're smiley. Why isn't it moving? Would you come on and give them some space? Move back a bit. Yes, stand back. Move out of my way. Let me have a proper look. I begin to come to. The Sphinx cat is standing over me as I open my eyes. We stare at each other for a moment while I try to take in what's happening. Is this one defective? Okay, I like this guy as well. The pink one? No, they're hairless cats. If you date the Sphinx, then I'm gonna be mad. Why? But why? Oh, I feel sick. I'm gonna puke. The cats watch me intently. Am I going insane? Ah, my head. What is it chattering about? They're scared and confused. Let me talk to them. Human? Are you alright? You! I remember you took my catalogue! Oh, but I gave it back to you. It's back in your pocket now. I tried to reach into my pocket and realized my hands are scratched to shreds. Oh, wow, what? That's unfortunate. Are you actually dead? Hey, Valence. Today it's dating sims at the start, followed by Bloodborne and then Fury. Oh, my feet, what happened to me? Yeah, I guess it's from all the climbing. I told you it wasn't ready for that. What's that? Ready for what? Its anatomical structure is far too delicate. I tried to slow it down. Oh, okay, so is that why they scratched me? Yeah, Floof, you try restraining a human who's that determined. It was like a margay. Its anatomical structure didn't seem that delicate to me. I was like, a what? Doing what? You made your own way back to the beach. Oh, I guess I can at least walk. Okay, but it doesn't explain... Show my bleeding hands. Ah, you crawled, Cara. Cara? Who's Cara? That's not my name. It's a term of endearment. It's an Irish thing. It's an Irish thing? It's inappropriated. What? I crawled? You sure did. Like a cat? Yep. All the way from the mountains? Like a bleeding mountain lion. Impressive. But why? Oh, he's the Irish cat. We should date the Irish cat. In honor of, Irish cats things. Jacksepticeye. Yes, that's a good one. Because you got the sickness. Shh. Maybe you should sit down, human. We need to have a talk. Possibly a long talk. Talk? Yes, that's right. Since when can cats talk? Am I turning into a cat? Is that it? Cause, I'm just saying. Used car salesman. Is it the shit-eating grin? Because it is, isn't it? Oh, for goodness sake, since the dawn of time, how else do you think we communicate? Ah, stop splitting whiskers, mate. Oh, I actually kind of have to give him an Irish accent, don't I? You know full well that the... I can't do it, never mind. I'm just gonna be terrible at Irish. You know full well what the human is saying. I think the revelation here, Cara, is that you can understand us. Yes, that too. Will someone please explain what the hell is going on? Yeah, Philippa Eilhart is very confused. Well, we don't fully understand everything ourselves, at least not all the details of how this works. I think being stood in the forest surrounded by a bunch of talking cats is about as much detail as anybody would want. I agree, and more to the point, we were rather hoping you would be able to help us. You are the scientist, after all. What we do know is that the clock has started ticking for you. What do you mean, I'm gonna die? Well, there's no easy way to say this to you, Cara. You'll be catified! I'm actually turning into a cat, apparently. Better a cat than eyeless, that is true. Hubby, what? Whether you help or not, you don't have a lot of time before... if I may. It would seem, and we are basing this on our experiences to date, that when a human manages to find themselves in what I believe you call the danger zone, they are vulnerable in ways that they previously were not. That is to say, you're screwed! Nuts. You're not helping, don't make me... Yes! Oh, mountain lion, there'll be no violence of any kind. Forgive me for being a bit panicked here. The vulnerability to which Snooty Booty was referring is, simply put, if you are bitten or scratched by an elder cat within the danger zone, you will begin a process of change that ultimately will result in a full feline transition. This is like the most contrived plot I have ever heard. Catified! Wait. So basically you're telling me I'm a werecat? I look down and in amongst the scratches on my right hand are 2 distinct puncture marks. The reality of my situation descends on me like a cold mist. Basically, yes. My head is spinning. This is too much for me to take in. Take a breath now, Kara. You're not looking so good. I have started to change. I feel my head, for ears, fur. Everything seems to be normal. No, I just meant you're looking a bit shaky. Understandably so. I take a few deep, steady breaths and calm myself enough to say, okay, so why, how, and what? I swear to God. Did you just say better a cat than Yordvith? What? No? Yeah, there is maybe too much text in one go, isn't there? Give me some data. What have you got so far? Look, we'll answer anything that we can, but the truth is we have more questions than answers ourselves. So, you said you need my help. What exactly would that entail? I'm going to give this game like an hour, and if I'm not completely enthralled within the story, then I'm giving up on it. Well, finding our friends would be a start. The cats on this island, they're going missing. We don't know what's happening to them, but the body count is rising and we've hit a wall. A wall of ignorance, maybe. Really, how many times do I have to tell you? The Muellers are to blame. Muellers? Now, Fluffy, but there's no need for name-calling. Speaking of name-calling, I'll remind you to call me Major, madam. Look, they can't help the way they are. It's a lack of breeding, you know. Overbreeding, if you ask. Okay, so I don't know. That's kind of rude as cats go. Again, Muellers. They're the elder cats, the island originals. They can't speak the way we can, hence the derogatory term, Muellers. And how are they to blame exactly? Well, if I knew that, there would have been no need for this elaborate kidnapping. It's hardly proving to be a roaring success, after all. Look, Kara, all we really know is that we are no longer safe on this island. The elders who live within a danger zone are hostile towards us. Not sure why, it's just always been that way. And now, because cats are being taken away, nowhere else is safe either. Expect the occasional mishap. We live in an undomesticated world here, after all. But lately, cats have been disappearing almost every day. Even the last human we catified went missing. Wait, you catified them? I'm sorry, what? Let's not open old wounds, Kibbles. Yes, onwards and upwards. Well, first things first. This werecat thing. Catification, transition, whatever. How does it work? Time passes, and then you transform into a cat. Yeah. Yeah. The cat's cannibals. I don't even know. 3 extra hours you might be able to finish Bloodborne. It's quite long, I think, Corset, still. I know. I don't know what this game is. Great Red. It's a gradual process. I can't explain this game. It's entirely new to me. It's different for everyone, but you won't just turn overnight. The clock is ticking, however. The first side effect of the transition is being able to understand us. Well, some of us. Not the elders, obviously. Not all the domestic either. And then you have the whole heightened senses thing, the increased agility, the crazy body hair stuff. Let's not worry the human with all the details just yet. I assume there's an antidote. I'm afraid you're going to be disappointed in that assumption. Hang on, you said there was someone else who you'd put in this position? Why did they do it to me, though? Hey, Vanted. Good evening. I don't know. I don't know how we're going to date these cats. But I guess when we turn into a cat, we can date the cats. Well, let's hope you're a better bet than they were. Unfortunately, they weren't able to discover an antidote or get our friends back. I know where their notes are, though. Really? Trade, huh? You help us, and I'll give you their progress reports. Can you even continue the story if you don't help them? What happens when you say you don't help them? Help you? After what you did to me? How could I ever trust you? You steal from me, put me in mortal danger, lie to get what you want. What would you do in my situation? Ouch. This ludicrous story about werecats is enough to make me think I must be going insane. Like, I'm just taking evil choices because I can. So no, it's up to you to sort out whatever is going on here. I will have enough on my hands looking after myself. Lame. What did I tell you? I knew this human lacked the intellect and stamina to be a part of our research. You rude, self-opinionated Moggy! I would sooner turn into a cat than help you. And I will. There's a shocked silence. Slowly the small calico pet pads up to me. I'm sorry, human. If there was some way I could help you, I would. Trixie begins to sob quietly before turning away. Cats don't cry! My eyesight begins to blur, but I can just about make out the cats, retreating into the thick growth of the forest. Despite becoming more and more tired and foggy, I somehow make my way back to the research area, and that's it really. I did plenty of work over the next few weeks on Cat Island, but I can't remember much of it. Time seems to have slipped by without my even noticing. I'm sure I did lots of good and interesting work here on the island, but I just can't recall any of it. Only vague memories. At the end of the day, I'm really not that bothered. It all feels a bit like a distant dream to me now. I stretch out in the sand, enjoying the midday sun on my fur, lazily licking my paws clean of the scraps left over from my morning feed. I'm now Philippa the cat. Well, I did that really, really fast. Wait, what? How can you even... Relationship status single? Oh my god, and she's gone then! She's also just dead, I guess. Philippa is now a cat forever. Okay, that's unfortunate. she's just... poof! Okay, who are we gonna be then? Who's blonde in the Witcher world? That is also fun enough. That one's really fun. That's really bad. I guess Kira Metz is blonde. Should be Kira Metz. Of course. No, we have to save that one for a guy. She could be Kira Metz then. Oh, Priscilla! Yes! She's nice. I have to play her as nice. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna skip through... Wait, what? That gets me to chapter 2 immediately. How would that get me to... I do want to skip this. How is that chapter 2? Weird. Skip, 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 skip. Wait, was that literally 2 months later or something? I guess it is. Does that mean that the status on the island changes as well or something? I guess it must have. And I guess Priscilla likes to be whiskeying. Well, if you're having one, it would be rude to let you drink whiskey on your own. Jolly good! I can tell you and I are going to get along famously, of course, because we're drinking together. I've already read all of this. I guess, am I gonna meet them the same way, or? Okay. Okay, so this is new then, because it actually continues from Philippa? However, it seems something else was happening here on the island, something that was troubling them. I get the feeling there's far more going on here than the professor would have me know. In spite of my increasing tiredness, I continue to read, and the journal gets weirder and weirder, to the point where I'm not sure whether I'm still reading, or if I've dozed off and I'm now dreaming of talking cats and kidnappings. Eventually I lose the battle and drift into a deep sleep. And I guess I'm gonna get catified again. Hey, Silverlance. What if you can date Philippa? Oh! Okay, so... It's a cat with something in his mouth, and it takes a journal this time. Okay. We'll follow it. I must get that book back. And I'm running, just like Philippa. I know, I read this in a journal. Something similar happened to the previous assistant. Yet here I am, falling into the same trap. I must be crazy. See, it is actually the same thing. I slow to a stop. I think I'm going to be sick. Yep. There we go again. Does no one learn? I open my eyes. I can look at cat. Yes, there with the journal. So they are actually, like, the cats are turning us into cats with, like, they do it consciously, right? They make this happen to us. Hello, I say, can you hear me? Are you okay? Here we go again. Wait, they're closer together now, so is Philippa gonna be here? Move back a bit, let them breathe. Again, has it been bitten? Yes, it is. Okay, so I'm a cat creature soon. It's the only way. Okay, so yeah, they're actually admitting that. Oh, but I gave it back to you, but why did you take it? To lure you out here, sucker. There's no need for rudeness, Kibbles. The cats are really rude. Aren't they? Yeah, because there's no cat here. There's space here, but they've all just been moved closer together, so there's just space for another cat. And maybe that's Maybe Philippa would be there if I had dated a cat? My head has begun to clear, and I realize that if I can talk to these cats, not only is it all true, but it's already too late. I have the sickness. We need to have a talk. No, we don't. I know what's going on here. I read all about it from your last victim. No, Cara, that's not very nice. We prefer to think of you as our champion and friend. No, it is a victim, though. But Murphy, you silver-tongued Irish charmer. My reputation goes before me. Oh, I know who you are from your journal, so let's cut to the chase here. We just did that, dummy. You know what I mean. What happens now? It rather depends on you, human. What if you just do an entire playthrough without helping the kitties? Alright, we'll help them this time. I suppose my fate is already sealed. I may as well do my best to help you sort this mess out. Spoken like a true champion. Well, let's hope this one's better than the last one. I doubt that will be too taxing, yeah, because I didn't want to help at all. Unfortunately, they didn't get very far with discovering an antidote or what happened to our friends. My catalogue starts beeping. Ah, my alarm, I have to get to work. Go. And thanks from all of us. We haven't really gotten anywhere yet, so... Don't really want to help them, to be fair. I make it back to the lab fairly quickly, considering how little sleep I've had. I wonder if that's one of the effects of the feline transition. I imagine my agility levels will change. I'm strangely excited about getting to work on the antidote. It's the sort of challenge I love. I'm just about to enter the lab to begin my legitimate work when the catalogue beeps a message without any contact information. Wait, what? Some things, what? Ominous, I didn't even get to read that. I didn't even click it on. Where is an old word for man? So when you say werewolf, you're literally saying man-wolf. I actually knew that already. But we are a man-cat in this case. Ominous, I don't have time to work this puzzle out right now, though. I'm already going to be late for work if I don't get a move on. The professor is already working when I arrive, but miraculously I'm not late, so there's no fuss. I get through the day as efficiently as possible, yada yada yada. Okay, so we're going to skip to actually get to the interesting parts, if you don't terribly mind, game. What should I do today? Oh, okay. So sometimes you have to... Let's go and recon a bit. Let's recon around. What on earth? How to unlock? Unlocks after completing recon 5. Oh, okay. But we haven't done that one either. Okay, so we'll do this one. Trixie has been telling me about a strange phenomenon in a nearby rock pool. Decided it's worth checking out. The security guard I met when I arrived might be a good lead. Snoots has brought me something intriguing. Okay, thanks for the follow, Yorkshire Knight. Let's go and check out something intriguing. Because that's intriguing. What a colourful mess. Priscilla, are you still sleeping? You really ought to be awake by now. Snooty Booty. I can't say these names seriously. I guess we are. I don't know even what we're supposed to be researching here. Snooty Booty, are you okay? What are you doing in my tent? All this lazing about is very bad for your complexion, to say nothing about the dragging effects on the delicate tissue around the eyes. Is there something I can help you with? I guess we're gonna date this guy. Because we can. Possibly have something I want you to look at. Right now? What time is it? Time you were active. Come along. Well, at least let me get ready. Very well. Snooty Booty sits down and starts grooming herself. After a moment, she looks up again. Why aren't you ready yet? Can you leave the tent so that I can get dressed? Oh, for goodness sake. Snooty Booty rolls her eyes and walks out. I get dressed resignedly and follow her. So we're gonna date this girl, sorry. What do you think it is? I'm intrigued. Snooty Booty. This cat is... It's a style, okay? We are on the beach, staring at a partially buried bottle sealed inside a plastic bag. It looks as though it has only recently washed up. Well, there's really only one way to find out. I pull the bottle out of the sand. It has some kind of document or note in the bag, along with the bottle. What is that thing? Read it to me. It's a good thing I'm just as curious as Snooty, or I would be feeling a lot more irritable by now. I carefully unseal the bag and unfold the paper. I read the note out loud. Initial tests on the most recent formulae are encouraging. Subjects 6 through 18 appeared visibly younger. Moderate to severe side effects noted, including increased hair growth and marked mood alteration. So, catting it, I guess. Burusama. Oh, he's not gonna... Oh, no, she... This is a she. So this is Burusama's wife, or sister, or whatever. Less inclined to destroy the world, basically, hopefully. Subjects 8 through Oh, that's a 1. Subjects 1 through 5 had major complications. Some new small tumors, skin irritation, partial blindness, and memory loss. We need you to look into this, check for contaminants, and continue to iterate on the formulae. Appeared visibly younger. Snooty Booty, is that the most important thing you gathered from this report? You're quite right, Priscilla. We ought not to trust it. That note could have been written by anyone. We shall conduct our own experiment. Apply the cream to my skin. Of course. Have you lost your mind, Snooty Booty? Did you not hear what I read out? Tumors, blindness, and memory loss. Statistics bore me. You should know that by now. Let's live a little. I'm willing to take the risk in the name of science. Are you Vilgefortz? No, we're not taking any risks, Snooty Booty. You wait here while I go and get my kit bag from the lab. Let's see if we can't work out what this stuff is made of. Gonna kill Snooty Booty, apparently. I was hoping the lab would be free, but the professor is in here making some notes. Ah, hello, Priscilla. I thought you were taking a day off from the lab today. Oh yes, I am, Professor. I just wanted to check something. I can't take the test equipment away without the professor getting suspicious. I'll have to come up with some kind of excuse. Well, we are Priscilla, so I guess we're a smooth talker. Well, I wanted to get ahead on some of the field work. There are some samples I found that I think could be useful. I pick up the field kit back. Popper looks up from his work. Oh, what sort of samples? I have to make this believable, but also invite no other questions. The samples are fecal. Fecal? Yes, a large poo, sir. It has rather interesting properties. Jolly good. Off you go, then. Nailed it! I take the bag and leave. Oh, I do love fecal matter. That depends. We'll see when it gets out of the box. As I approach the beach, it becomes rather clear Snooty Booty has managed to break into the ointment. She appears to have spilled some and is now busy rolling around in it. Snooty Booty, what were you thinking? This could be very dangerous. The only danger here is this ghastly sand sticking to my delicate skin. Do help me to get rid of it. Oh my god. I tried to wipe the sand off, but it's stuck like glue. Underneath the layer of sand, I can see her skin is very pink. There's no time to lose. I pick her up and run to the ocean, trying to use the seawater to clean off as much of the ointment as I can. Put me down! What on earth? I've never been so humiliated in my life! She twists out of my grip and scampers off in a huff. I think I've got it all off, so I leave her to it. Now back to the samples. There's not much I can do here on the beach, so I'll just have to wait until Professor Popper is finished in the lab. Okay, which means... well, that was quick. As luck would have it, the professor needed to retire to his tent earlier than usual. He has to read some research papers that arrived from the mainland this morning. So now I can continue looking into this ointment. I begin by testing yada 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 yada. I widen yada yada yada. Yada yada, there's cat saliva in it. If they're using saliva from the cats on the island, they could be infecting all their test subjects with catification. And that's terrible. And Snooty Booty is back. I just thought you should know that the security guard is coming this way. You should make yourself scarce before he arrives. Not that I care what happens to you after you threw me into the ocean. But why am I not allowed to be here, though? Puns. Like, maybe it's important crap, though. I'm just saying. I've no time to finish this experiment now, but I will work on it later in the privacy of my tent. I take my things and run before Zane arrives. Why am I not allowed to be here? Oh well. I'm not gonna sleep yet. That's terrible. Okay, we're gonna romance today. We're gonna romance Snooty Booty! Are these other... Why can't I date certain cats? Because they're away today? Oh, I think they're away today. Okay, but... So we are only gonna do this if we can romance Snooty Booty. Because we're gonna go with Snooty Booty. I know you. I'm splayed out like a starfish on the beach in my bathing clothes. It's a swelteringly hot day and I find it hard to concentrate on my work, so here I am. I let the cool sea wash over my feet and legs as I lay back on the sand. I hear a long, loud sigh coming from somewhere nearby, and I sit up to see where it came from. Snooty Booty, in repose, under the shade of a palm tree, is looking about her with a concerned expression, one that I've never really seen a cat make before. I go over to her to see if I can help with something. Are you okay, Snooty Booty? She lets out another long, wistful sigh. To be quite frank with you, human, no, I am not okay. I cannot expose this delicate skin of mine to the sun, but there is something I need to retrieve from further down the beach. It is quite the predicament. Oh, right, want me to fetch it for you? Would you really be so kind, human? I would be very grateful. Sure, it's no problem. We can't have you putting that delicate skin of yours at risk, can we? Snooty Booty looks grave. Indeed not. Skincare must come above all else, don't you know? One must never expose one's skin to the elements, humans. Really is quite aging. One must also never get stressed if one wishes to retain one's youthful aura, which is rather difficult on this frightful island. Oh, I know, believe me. How do you know? Are you stressed? Oh no, that would upset me terribly. Really? That's sweet of you. Of course, you really are a precious thing. I do so hope you are finding your time here pleasant. Look at this excellent flirting right now. Don't worry about me, Snooty Booty. I'm fine. Now, what was it you'd like me to get for you? Well, before I tell you, I must ask that you don't inform the others of the whereabouts of this particular item. It's very dear to me, you see, and one of the few luxuries I have all to myself. Of course, that's no problem. I can be discreet when I need to be. I do hope so, human. You see, along the beach just south of here, there's a tree which bears the ripest of coconuts all year round. It's quite splendid. The coconuts are always so sweet and creamy. What? Snooty Booty looks as if she's lost in a wonderful dream. Sounds lovely. It is. I like to drink coconut water. I don't know why I'm actually voicing her as if she's also a snooty booty, but I can imagine that she is a snooty booty. So, sorry. As it is so good for the skin and waistline, but the less civilized denizens of the island keep knocking the coconuts down before they're fully matured. Fortunately, no one else seems to have discovered this particular tree yet. Well, okay, Snooty Booty, I'll try to find some coconuts for you. I'll be back soon. You have my thanks, human. Not to worry, Snooty Booty. Lots of cat hugs and lots of dinners where only the cat eats. That is the best way to romance a cat, let's be real. I've been walking for a lot longer than Snooty Booty led me to believe. I'm not sure if this is even the right tree. They all look the same to me. Although this one does seem to have more coconuts than the others. I decide to take a chance and bundle up as many as I can carry in my arms and haul them back to her ladyship. By the time I get back to Snooty Booty, I am faint from the exertion, not to mention walking so far in the sun. I fall to my knees, panting in front of her. Well, I'm apparently turning into a cat, so good stuff. Here you go, Boots. She eyes the pile with a distinct air of disapproval. I only need one coconut human. Oh. These are far too many. Well, I do apologize, mademoiselle. Tell me you didn't plunder the tree. No, there were plenty on the ground already, so... Oh, well, that's a small mercy. At least you didn't hack them down. Hack them down with what? Well, your hands are rather large and leathery. Excuse you. Snooty Booty, I do not use my hands for deforestation. Well, I'm sure you did your very best, although I really don't know what I'm going to do with so many coconuts. You're welcome, I'm sure. I look down at the pile of coconuts and it strikes me properly for the first time how strange it is there are no creatures on the island to plunder them. What do you think it is, Snoots, that keeps wildlife away from the island? Do you mean the magnetic barrier? Magnetic barrier? Oh, do keep up, human. I thought you were meant to be a scientist. Also, wasn't this already in the journal? So... I realize she must be referring to the force field that surrounds the island. Obviously. Now be a dear and crack one open for me. With my enormous hands. Well, you could try, I suppose. I push down the irritation that is slowly rising in me and smile politely. On second thoughts, I'll be right back with a screwdriver. What? Snooty Booty looks horrified. It's a sharp metal tool that bores into things. What on earth do you need one of those for? So that I can make a hole to get the water out of the coconut. How else would you propose I do it? Well, look around you, dear. Look at nature's bounty. What about that? Snooty gestures with a limp paw at a shard of rock nearby. Oh. Snoot, so how do you usually get the water out of the coconut when there isn't a human around? Well, the exuberant kibble simply loves to break things. Had you not noticed? It's one of the few reasons I tolerate him, don't you know? Far better than one of your screw dribbers, don't you think? I reach over and pick up the rock. It does look like it could actually do the job. Okay, let's give it a try. Here goes. Holding the coconut in a palm leaf, I gently tap the shell a few times with the stone before finally whacking it. It cracks open surprisingly easily and the water drains into the leaf. There now, see how nature provides, human. Ah, human. Yep, again, you're welcome. Quite. Snooty Booty stretches her neck and then up her body towards the leaf. She sticks her tongue out as far as it can go before raising her big eyes to me. I can't quite seem to... Wait, what? I suddenly realize what she's getting at. She's so lazy! Well, we are flirting with her. I let her struggle for a moment or two before I begin to feel a little bit like a child pulling the wings off a fly. She can't help the way she is. You seem to be struggling a little bit, Boots. Well, you've placed my libation slightly out of my reach. Oh, I'm sorry. Would you like me to help? Bring it a little closer, perhaps? Well, of course I would, human. Are you being deliberately obtuse? What is this? I really chose one hell of a cat, didn't I? I would very much like to help you, Snoots, but you make it rather difficult. How? I don't understand. I've been perfectly clear in my instruction. You see, I'm under a spell. It's a very powerful one, which prevents me from following any instruction unless accompanied by some magic words. Oh, would you care to enlighten me? Well, it would go something like this. Please, human, would you mind passing me my libation? Thank you very much. There's a pause, during which I'm really not sure what Snooty Booty is thinking. Suddenly, the Sphinx erupts into peals of laughter. I seem to have forgotten my manners. Please do be so kind, human. I would be most obliged. Ah, go on then. I nudge the leaf closer to her, and she delicately laps at it. I truly am indebted. Many thanks. That looks delicious. Snooty agrees without taking a break. You know, searching for those coconuts was thirsty work. I'm sure it was. She's still lapping at the water. Oh, my throat's a bit scratchy, especially in this heat. Snooty Booty finally comes up for air. Quite, that's the beauty of the coconut, you see. So hydrating and most palatable too. You really ought to try it sometime. I look down at the now dry palm leaf. Yes, that's a good idea, Boots. You know, there's like an entire pile of coconuts there, so I don't know why there's a problem here. Break another one. Hey, Mark. And the very best thing after drinking coconut water is to curl up and have a nap, you know? Beauty sleep is the most important. Oh, is that so? Indeed, human. I suppose you have other things to do now. Well... Snooty Booty yawns and closes her eyes. I suppose I do. Sweet dreams, princess. She snores softly in reply. Man, to be a cat. So calming. Ah, Snooty Booty. Okay, we can do one more thing. We'll do one more thing, and then we have to rest. What happens when you go all the way out of rest? Let's research a slow day today. Time to round up some rowdy kitties. I never thought I could add feline hairstylist to my CV, but it looks like today is my lucky day. Okay, but that one's gonna be... Okay. We'll try to pick the ones that actually have Snooty Booty in it. So... That's not this one. I guess none of these really are. We'll do this one instead. Hi, Fartkus. You die of sleep deprivation, just bleh. Today I'm in the lab doing flora research. It's not the most exciting job, but if I keep my head down, I can get through it quickly enough. It really just consists of unpacking the new samples, yada yada yada. Okay, so we'll skip that, because it's not very interesting. This one is with Snooty Booty. I'm distracted momentarily by the sound of clinking glass, and I turn to see the beautifully manicured paw of a Sphinx cat tapping on a beaker, nudging it perilously close to the edge of the counter. Oh, cats. Boots, stop that! You're not supposed to be in here! She laughs as though I've told a joke. That's a frightfully pretty flower. Calendula incana martima, if I'm not mistaken. You never cease to amaze me, Boots. How on earth did you know that? Why, I make it my business to know all about rare and valuable works of art. Art? Why not? It has been created like a sculpture or a painting. The marigolds are true artists' garden. Yeah, Triss really does like her garden, doesn't she? I mean, the dates have to wait. I have to research my Katniss. I wondered if they had something to do with this. It's so unusual, even in its natural swampy habitat, but to have it growing here in the forest is very out of the ordinary. Yes, its properties are extraordinary too, human. Well, I'm quite new to the botanical scene, so I probably don't know half of it. Why don't you fill me in? Although I'm always happy to facilitate your learning, human, I simply can't stay here a moment longer. The air is so stale, don't you find? Don't you find? I ignore her sideways glance and upturned nose. Let's go to the beach and drink some coconut water, and I'll tell you everything you need to know. Snoots, I'm not going anywhere until I finish this. Don't be ridiculous. You can tinker about in here any time, but the sun will be gone in an hour or two. I'm not tinkering. This is my job. If I don't get it done, the professor will want to know why, and then explain to him you had better things to do. She's so snooty. This is incredible. Snooty Booty, I won't tell you again. If he catches you here, Popper will cage you. Be careful with that flower, human. It doesn't do to inhale that fragrance too deeply. Well, I turn to ask why and see her flounce out, knocking the beaker with a swish of her tail, as she does. Of course she does. It's a follow, Manfred. You did that on purpose! But she's gone, leaving me to clear up the broken glass. Snooty Booty should definitely get a top hat at one point. Or at least flowers on her head. Something. So, can I still do this without caring? Let's just try. Let's recon. You're looking a little tired. You only have one heart remaining. If you choose to continue, it could have negative consequences. Alright, we'll rest. Fine, sleepy time it is. You had a lovely nap and wake up feeling revitalized. By magic! Good for me. Okay, we'll feel better. We can always do that one later, so we'll recon again. Do everything in order. Actually, I don't know how many days I have to do this, do I? I do want to romance Snooty Booty properly. Shall we romance Snooty Booty properly? We gotta romance that properly. Maybe we can recon one with her as well. Let's find out. Snooty Booty! Nothing else. Okay, maybe we can research something with hers now? Is that not a thing? No, none of that is new either. Okay, we're gonna romance Snooty Booty, because we can. Okay, so if you don't choose them, you can't do them anymore? I guess? Fair enough. Snooty Booty! Snoots! I've been searching for the Sphinx for what feels like ages. For a cat that never seems to move, she's surprisingly difficult to find. I am answered, eventually, by an unintelligible murmur coming from the shade of a nearby tree. Of course, she's sleeping. Of course. Friend-zoned, I know. Snooty Booty? I poke at her gently to try and rouse her. I have something for you. A gift, as it happens. Oh, human, it's you. Whatever are you doing up and about at this time? It's midday, Boots. Snooty stares at me uncomprehendingly. It's a cat! Cats don't care! I have an hour for lunch and I came to spend it with you. But if it's not a convenient time, I could always find something else to do. Wait, you mentioned a gift? Well, yes, I suppose. I had the idea when we were drinking. Well, when you were drinking from the coconut I fetched for you the other day. I took some of the remaining coconuts over to the lab and cooked up some coconut oil. Snooty Booty opens her mouth wide. I sit awkwardly, staring at her, unsure what exactly she's doing. Well, I'm ready to break my fast, human. It's hard sometimes to know whether to laugh or spit with this spoiled feline. No, Boots, this isn't for eating. You mentioned how good drinking coconut water is for you, so I thought you might like some coconut oil to rub into your skin. Keep you moisturized and youthful. Aren't you terribly clever? Terribly clever. I can't help but blush. Snooty Booty rarely compliments anyone, so I feel honored. You may begin. Oh my god. Snooty Booty lolls onto her back, exposing her plump, pink tummy to me. Oh, you want me to rub it in for you? Snooty Booty simply smiles in response. Now that please wouldn't go amiss. Yes, well, I didn't want to make a fuss, but I would prefer it if you asked first. I sigh. There's not much point in arguing with Princess Snooty Booty. I don't think she actually means to be rude. Sometimes she just doesn't seem to understand how to talk to people as equals. I don't have the energy to deal with it today, but I make a note that at some point she and I are going to have a little chat about etiquette. Catechette? Missed opportunity for a pun game. Please, may I rub this coconut oil onto your skin? Yes, you may. I pour some of the pungent liquid into the palm of my hand and rub it together with the other. I have no idea what I'm doing, as I've never massaged anyone before, but I work along the lines of putting sun cream on a friend. As I touch the warm, loose skin on Snooty's primordial pouch, I'm struck by how delicate she really is, and I try to be as gentle as possible. Is that okay? You're very skillful with your hands, human. That is so wrong! Okay. I do wish I had those thumb thingies. They seem so useful. They're quite handy, to be honest, but paws are cool too. Snooty Booty lazily inspects one of her paws. Do my paws next, will you? Snooty's skin is reacting well to the treatment and has become shiny and pliant. I see the good it's doing. I move on to massage her paws, but I'm quite taken aback by the length of her claws. Oh my boots, your claws are really quite long. Don't you use a scratch post or anything? A what? You know, something abrasive to file them on. Whatever for? Well, it's part of being a cat, really. Stops them catching on things. Snooty Booty is peering at me with one judgmental eye open. Caught on what, exactly? Oh, I don't know, Snoots. Don't worry about it. I'm sure it's fine. Oh no, do go on. I'm intrigued. You seem to be implying that there is a degree of neglect in my grooming. No, I most certainly am not. You are by far the most high-maintenance, highly groomed cat I've ever seen. In fact, you are the perfect example of a sphinx. I'm a what? Sphinx? She's trying to get me to say perfect again. It's hard to keep my face straight. Absolutely perfect, Snoots. And you're an expert? Well, I wouldn't call myself that, but I have been reading up on sphinx cats, and you have all of the characteristics of pedigree. It's very sweet of you to say so. Remind me, what would those be? Be accurate? I hesitate for a moment, trying to remember what Pause for Thoughts listed as the top features to look for in a sphinx. It was rather a lot of info, and I want to give her the best bits. Well, she likes flattering. Let's see. I have a feeling Snooty Booty would not appreciate some of the common qualities of a sphinx, including wrinkles and potbellies, so I decided to cherry pick and dress it up a bit. Flirting with a cat, honestly. Hey, Thundrel. How dead tired am I? I'm pretty okay. That's probably gonna happen by the end of the stream. So during Fury, I'm gonna die a lot. Oh, maybe midway through Bloodborne, I'll also die a lot. So. Sphinx cats are well known for their beautiful big eyes and high prominent cheekbones. Snooty Booty extends her neck and widens her eyes. She also appears to suck in her cheek, which give her the look of someone who's not wearing their dentures. It's very disconcerting. And they have a very shapely physique. This isn't strictly true. Sphinxes tend to be quite muscular, but something tells me Snooty Booty wouldn't approve of that description. She's now extended her entire body into what looks like a yoga stretch. I see, go on. Their skin is soft, buttery. This is sort of true because they don't have fur to soak up excess oil. Sphinx cats can become quite greasy. It's recommended that they be patted down with a cloth as part of their regular grooming. I'm listening. And they're very regal. Regal? I'm not sure where that word came from, but Snooty Booty seems to enjoy it. Well, human, it seems you have a vast and accurate knowledge of my kind. I'm rather impressed with you. I blush. It's not often that she gives out compliments, but when she does, it makes you feel $1 million. Thank you, Snoots. Which prompts me to take what you were saying about my claws far more seriously. Do you think you ought to tend to them? In what way? The length. I believe you were suggesting they ought to be trimmed. I wasn't saying that, but I don't think it's a bad idea. Perhaps I could help you with that. A manicure? What a marvelous idea. Let's say tomorrow, same time. Well, if I can get away. I feel like she's played me. You really are most kind. Thank you, human. And with those few words, my heart is a puddle at her feet. You realize you're still a human right now, right? A human falling in love with a cat. I shan't even question it. We're gonna recon. That's Trixie. I guess we'll go over with the secret message because it's secret. We gotta know about it. I hear my catalog beeping. I presume it's the professor. I tumble out of bed, half asleep, and fumble around looking for the device. I look at the screen, my eyes struggling to focus. The message isn't from the professor at all. There's no contact information. Come outside. Who is this? Come outside. They obviously aren't going to respond to my question. Should I do as the message tells me? Yeah, let's go get murdered. My curiosity is roused. I have a feeling there's something important to learn from this stranger, so I throw on my clothes and crawl out of my tent. I don't see anything out of the ordinary. Anyone out here? My catalog beeps again. Walk to the edge of the forest. I'm not going any further until you tell me who you are. No! Walk to the edge of the forest! Walk to the edge! Walk to the edge! Walk to the edge! Walk to the edge! Well, now I realize I have walked to the edge of the forest. Wow, that was easy to apply. It's a clawsome cat. It's one of the feral cats, maybe. New phone, who dis? She should have! She should have! At the edge of the forest, I see something on the ground. As I get closer, it becomes clear that it's a small posy of flowers. I gingerly pick them up and notice that several of the flower heads are missing. And it beeps again. Follow the petals. That's when I see the trail of little orange petals, the same colour as the bouquet I'm holding. Well, I've come this far, no turning back now, and begin to walk. I'm nervous, so I call out. What if it's Snooty, being all romantic and stuff? Hello? No answer. Louder this time. Hello? Hello? Fluffy Butt? Hello, who's that? Who goes there? Major, is that you, Fluffy Butt? I really wish you wouldn't call me that, human. What on earth do you think you're playing at, cavorting around the forest in the dead of night, causing ruckus? Oh, Major, you don't know how pleased I am to see you. I need your help. I just can't wait until the civilized hour. I'm afraid it can't. I'm not the one instigating this. I've been getting messages from an anonymous source asking me to follow them into the forest. Look, they've left this trail. Ah, Calendula maritima, marigolds, herbs of the sun. They're said to represent creativity. Oh, some believe them to be symbols of cruelty and grief. I mean, we were talking about the flower with Snooty, so, right? I mean, come on. I'm sorry, Phil. I'm sorry you have to witness this. Your knowledge is always so impressive, but I have to say on this occasion, it's not very comforting. Fluffy Butt goes striding off with purpose. Come along then, Priscilla. Are we going to follow this trail or not? I shuffle awkwardly behind him. Before the sun comes up, we continue on for a short while and notice that the petals are getting more sparse. It's becoming more difficult to see them until eventually they seem to run out. We find ourselves at a small clearing. Well, it appears somebody has been playing a joke on you, Priscilla. I sadly agree. This has been nothing but a wild goose chase. Seems so, Major. I'm sorry for dragging you into this. Let's get back to our beds before we waste any more precious snooze time on this something. I turn to Fluffy Butt and notice that his back is arched and his fur is puffed up, making him look even more floofy than usual. Something wrong, Major? You tell me, human. Does that pile of rocks look suspicious to you? Amongst myriad rock piles, I notice a small, contrived-looking cairn. Fluffy Butt's right. It looks far from natural. That looks to me like it's asking to be inspected, Major. We'll get you, Priscilla. You're the one with the thumbs. I begin to dismantle the small mound, rock by rock. It's not until the foundation stone are removed that we find a manila envelope. Major, look, it's a letter. Oh, looks rather large for a letter, my dear. I thought you ought to open it. Here, or back at the base? Having got you this far, I think it's only fair that I have equal share of the spoils. Spoils? Yes, perhaps we should look right now, Major. As I'm speaking, I've torn open into the envelope. Why does she keep doing things without her noticing that she's doing things? Well, out with it. It looks like drawings? What sort of drawings? I'm not sure, but they look quite old, antique even. But do they have value, human? Probably, to someone. They appear to be sketches of people here on the island, but I don't recognize anyone. Why would someone lead me to these? How do you know we were meant to find them? Because we followed a trail and it led us here. Actually, the trail ended a while back. This could be a mere coincidence. I hardly see the intrigue in a few old scribbles. They show no artistic flair at all. Even so, I'm going to hang on to these to see if they prove relevant to whatever mystery is unfolding here on the island. Fluffy Butt rolls his eyes. You really ought to focus more on the clues that matter instead of running around in the midst of the night and wild goose chases. Let's head back before anybody discovers you're missing. I roll the drawings up and tuck them into my waistband. I will study them when I have more time. I think Fluffy Butt is probably right, but I don't want to miss a trick. You don't want to miss a trick? Get some rest now, Priscilla. Finally, a sensible suggestion. I'd head after Fluffy Butt struggling to keep up. I really need some sleep. Listen to follow, Ray Official. The ancient catcalled. Is this where we die? Is that why? Okay. I also want to research, but also I want to make sure I romance. Do we get new recon options right now? After having done that? Nope, we have not. I think you only get 3 each time, maybe? Okay, max. So we shall romance. Snooty! Hey Snoots! Fancy seeing you here! Really? But this is my spot, human. I'm often to be found here. I let it go because I'm so excited about what I've brought. Pick a hand! I hold my fists out in front of Snooty Booty. Oh, a game! How merry! She stretches out her paw in the direction of my left hand. Ta-da! I open it to reveal a piece of coarse stone that I cut up in the lab. Oh, what a lovely rock you have there. It's coarse stone. I thought it could work well as a nail file. What a clever thing you are. It's not even the best bit. Look! I open the other fist to reveal my fantastic find. Oh my, what is that thing? It's nail polish. I found it in the lab. Why is there nail polish in the lab? I have no idea who it could belong to, and honestly, I don't like to think too much about it, but I figured I could borrow it for one short hour without anybody missing it. Maybe they're dead. I don't know. And it looks like just her colour. I squint at the bottom of the bottle. It's called Desire. I raise my eyebrows at the Sphinx. Oh, nail polish, you say? Show me, human. She suddenly seems more interested. I thought I could try giving you a salon-style manicure befitting a lady. Oh, sweet of you. Now shall we sort the snacks and drinks first? Oh, well, I came straight from work, so I didn't really... Oh, never mind. It won't take you more than a moment to fetch a coconut, and then we shall begin. We're doing the coconuts again? Real? This cat looks too smug. Yep. I think that's what they're going for. You may do the puns. This game is literally just the pun game. I can't believe I'm actually doing her bidding. You have to hand it to her. That air of entitlement certainly gets her what she wants. I'm back quickly and out of breath, and within minutes we settle into our session. Tell me if this feels at all uncomfortable, Snoots. I've never done this before, so guidance would be most helpful. It's surprisingly satisfying. I can see why other cats might engage in a process of scratching at trees and rocks. I've always thought they were hunting for termites and like little scavengers. Oh, Snoots. Next foot. I have finished her hind legs and am on the final front paw. This stone works really well. Did I tell you how I cut it in the lab? I don't believe you did. So how does this nail polish work? Is it like paint? I ignore her rudeness. Exactly. Paint it on and wait for it to dry. I've never painted someone's nails before, so this will be a new experience for both of us. I open the bottle and make the first stroke. Try to keep as still as possible. I think you'll find I'm statuesque in my stillness. Your hand is less so. I know, sorry, your nails are just so tiny. I'm trying to colour within the lines. What lines? Never mind, it's a human thing, I guess. I'm not sure I care for the smell of this nail polish. Really? I quite like it. Reminds me of pear drops. Of what? Oh, sorry, another human thing. There's a lot of human things going on right now. Well, look though, your paws look fantastic. The long, sleek talons are glinting shiny red in the sunlight. Oh my, I am spectacular! She extends her claws momentarily and presses them into my arm. Not enough to puncture the skin, but if I try to move, it would hurt. For the first time, I appreciate what lethal weapons they could be. I must keep that in mind. Well, lethal... It looks a bit like a Lovecraftian paw like this, doesn't it? Well, we are dating cats, so... Pretty interestingly, K-Mrack. We're doing interestingly. Let's just leave it at that. So come on, then. I take out my catalogue. Come on, watch. Pose for the camera. Oh, goodness. I hadn't realised this was going to be a photographic session also. How exciting. Yes, well, I'm going to have to remove that varnish before I go, so I thought it would be nice for you to have a photo. Remove it? Excuse you. The Sphinx cat looks appalled. Whatever for? Oh, Snoots, I'm sorry, didn't I say? I can't leave it on you permanently. It would impede the natural retraction of your claws. Then I shall leave them extended. You can't do that. Her expression darkens. I beg your pardon. I thought for a moment I heard you tell me what I can't do. Surely I was mistaken. Compromise? Sure, we'll compromise. No, Snoots, you heard me perfectly well. I must insist that you allow me to remove it. Insist! Her forehead wrinkles with her raised eyebrow. I need to tread carefully here. Ask your permission. Please, may I remove the varnish now? But it simply does not make sense. Why do it in the first place? I know how much you enjoy things like this, pampering. I thought it would be a fun thing for us to share. You had fun, didn't you? Well, yes. But I certainly wouldn't have had I known you were simply doing it to taunt me. Oh, taunt me. I wasn't doing it to taunt you, Boots. She seems genuinely upset. I'm sorry. There's an awkward little standoff, her eyeing the rubbing alcohol, me eyeing her claws. I racked my brains to think of a way to compromise with her, perhaps if I tried appealing to her sense of style. I wonder if she'd like to try something. I don't know why I didn't do it in the first place, actually. I'm so forgetful sometimes. You're wittering. I don't know what wittering is. You completed a full playthrough of The Vanishing of Ethan Carter in one sitting so I could watch today's stream without spoilers. We played that yesterday, Claymarack. We finished it as well. Enjoy your latte, Fawn. I have... Actually, this is all gone. I had yogurt drink until previously. Well, just before I came to the island, there was a craze sweeping the fashion world. I can tell I've caught her attention. I read all about it in a Bon Vivant magazine. Oh, go on. It's a French thing, apparently. Snooty Booty cocks her head to the side. It's called, the Pinky Flick. Flèche rosée. She's going for it. I feel encouraged. I'm thinking on my feet. Are you, though? Oh, see you, Pixie. It's okay. You can rewatch afterwards. Or I can tell you about... Why is there a knot in... Okay. Hey, Bio. It's a bit weird, but I'm intrigued. I'll say that. All the celebrities are doing it. Doing what? Having their pinky nail painted while their other nails are left natural. Why would you do that? That's not a thing. Just one nail? She looks intrigued. Yes, it really does look so striking and à la mode. Surely. Bullseye! I go to take Snooty's paw in mine, but the cat snatches it away. No, show me. I pause, uncertain of what she means. And then the penny drops. She wants me to paint my own pinky nail with desire. Oh, gladly. I suppose I should have expected Snooty Booty to attempt to groom me at one point. Here goes. I swipe some of the bright red polish on my left pinky. What do you think? Looks a la mode, right? I hold my pinky finger to the corner of my mouth coyly. Well, I suppose it does look rather fetching. I'll make a deal with you, human. I will wear my nails a la mode if you promise to keep yours painted for the rest of your stay here. It's a deal. I doubt that such a tiny amount of varnish will cause her too much harm. It will come off naturally quite soon anyway. Mine, on the other hand, is going to be more permanent. I can't wait to explain this to Professor Pauper. Why would you want to explain nail polish to Professor Pauper? What does that matter? Wittering means to babble or speaking pointlessly. Ah, okay, that makes sense. Okay, I guess I have to sleep again. Ah, magical naps! I mean, if the chat wasn't all puns, then I don't know, I'd be in the wrong chat probably. Should we just finish the entirety of Recon? No, we'll research instead. Let's go on a field trip. Professor Pauper told me to be ready in blah 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 blah. Okay, we're gonna go hiking. What do my stats look like, actually? Okay. You can go away again. Set to go. I'm waiting outside my tent. Let's go. Priscilla, are you ready for your field work today? Yes, of course, Professor. May I ask where we're going? Somewhere I think you'll find very interesting. Professor hands me a backpack. Here, take this bag. It's very full, but surprisingly light. Hopper has set off at a brisk pace, calling back to me over his shoulder. This way! And we're running, of course we are. Okay. So I'm gonna skip that because we're not dating any cats. We're going to water, apparently. And we're gonna climb some more, and then hide some more, and then we're at the top, and then they're in front of a vertical rock. Okay, just copy me. He climbs up expertly. Oh, we're still walking? This is literally, all this text is just, we are walking. And that's it. And you're falling? The professor notices I'm having trouble and holds a hand out for me. I manage to climb up just enough to take hold of him, and he lifts me the rest of the way. His strength is impressive, curious even. Okay, so something's up with him. Directly. Maybe he used to be a cat. Not a fan of climbing, eh? Can't say I've done much of it, Professor. Come along then, I can get you there. Okay, so he pulls me all the way over there, and there's a natural spring. And she's drinking like a cat from the water. Nice. You should know better. It's never wise under any circumstances to ingest something that is unproven, but here, on this island, it would be prudent to exercise more caution than usual. I feel embarrassed at my lack of consideration. Yes, of course, sir, I wasn't thinking. I felt so thirsty and it looked so good. I do understand. Many have made the same error. Fortunately for you, this is tried and tested for safe consumption. It's good, don't you think? My body feels suddenly re-energized. I feel like I could climb any wall. It's incredible. I feel fantastic. What's in it? We don't know. That's why we're here. We need more samples. We've been studying this water for months now, and we still know very little about it. Check your bag. Okay. How did I create my emotes? I have... Hold on. 1 scroll down for that. Yeah, it's in my description of the channel. They were created by several people, artists that I commissioned, and you can find them down there. Ugu Bear and Fourth Dimension, I think her name was. I always forget because she changed it. Yeah, Kali Vasquez. So, go find them. She's Fourth Dimension on Twitter, just realized. I open my bag. It's full to the brim with empty plastic bottles. We'll need to fill all of these with water. We're going to need as much as we can carry. Okay, so they're filling a bunch of water things. And they're very strong because of the water. So it's very strengthening water. Why? And eventually it wears off. Okay, so I'm glad I didn't read all of that because it was literally just exposition central. There's water on this island that makes you really strong. What am I doing also early? Stream title. I want to finish the romance first, I think. Also, why does this still show up? The only one we can date is Snooty Booty. Is there there? Be a dear, would you? Snooty Booty is in the habit now of holding out a manicured paw for the massage, of course. I don't know what to call this in English, actually. Kentable? Raisin bread? Thing? Something like that. Oh, do you know? That reminds me, I have something for you. Something for me? Oh, look at you with your mouth again. Do close it, you'll embarrass us both. I'm sorry, I just didn't expect you to ever think of me when I'm not with you. You do make me laugh, human. Oh my, are you serious? Well, have you know, I think of you a great deal. You are my most faithful subject, don't you know? Now, if you want your gift, carry me further down the beach, and I'll show you where I hid it. I still have to carry her for that. That's... Cradling the hairless cat like a baby, I stroll barefoot along the beach. Snooty Booty directs me with a wave of her paw every now and then. After a while, she loudly commands that I stop and put her down. Here. Snooty says with her regular level of enthusiasm, pointing a perfectly filed claw at a mound of sand. I buried it. I suppose you want me to dig it up then, eh, Boots? You always know what to say to make me laugh, human. It's quite a talent, I tell you. With a sigh, I start digging. Thankfully, she didn't bury it very deep. And after a few seconds, I find a small object wrapped in a silk scarf. We wouldn't want sand getting into it, would we? Snooty Booty says with a small smile. You know, she's not evil, is she? She's just really, really, really spoiled. Elves know better than to put raisins in bread, but it's tasty. A raisin bun? Bread with raisins? You can see. You probably know what this is. You probably have a word for this somewhere. It's called a currant bun. That's weird. I carefully open the flimsy silk bundle and turn the contents over in my hands. It's a little black tub with a plain label stuck to it that reads Skin Cream P103 or P103. Do you love it? What is it? Oh dear, can you not read? Yes, it says skin cream, but I don't exactly know what that entails. Oh, you see. One massages skin cream into one's skin. Yes, I understand that, Boots, but whose is this? Where did you find it? Well, it's yours now, human. I roll my eyes and further inspect the tub. It's very small and plain, with no cosmetic logo or name to be found. I pop open the plastic lid, and sure enough, it's full to the brim with goop. I scoop some out with my index finger and smell it. It smells disgusting, like bin juice or something. Boots, I can't put this on my skin. It'll attract all sorts of bugs and wildlife. Oh, come now. We must suffer for our beauty, mustn't we? What's in this stuff? Booty, where did you get it from? All I ask is that you try some on your skin and tell me you don't see instant results. Oh, Snooty, have you been using this stuff? Of course. Without knowing where it's come from? But I know exactly where it has come from. Well, then will you please tell me in on the secret? Oh, calm down, human. You will give yourself more wrinkles. Let's take a moment to ponder how my generosity in giving you a thoughtful gift has developed into your interrogating me in such a brutish manner. I take a deep breath. Snooty Booty, I do apologize, and thank you sincerely. Of course, I am touched by your generosity and consideration. However, I am also quite concerned for your welfare. Did you take this thing from the lab? Oh, no, not at all. Thank goodness. I took it from the stockpile behind the lab, where the fire pits are. You mean the incinerator, Snooty? Did you take this from the toxic waste bins? I have no idea what they're called, but they routinely give forth the most incredible produce. Waste is indeed a fitting word. I think you'll find toxic is the objective word in that title, Snoots. The contents of those bins are meant to be burned. But why are they burning skin cream? I've really scrutinized the tub and conclude that it really is some kind of beauty product. This makes no sense. Actually, Princess, this is a fantastic present, and I'm going to take it right now for further examination. Thank you so much for this. Well, finally, a little gratitude. I am very grateful. Well, you can report back to me with how splendid you look after a few applications. Oh, I will. One thing though, Snooty, just to be clear, have you been using this? I have. Please don't throw me in the water again. And no problems? As you can see, human, my skin is as smooth and clear as porcelain. Yes, so why incinerate it? Speak up, human, you're mumbling. Nothing, Snooty. I just need your word that you will not use any more products that you find near the lab again, okay? Oh, I see your game, human. You want to be the fairest of them all, eh? No, that's not it. Very well, human. I shall go au naturel for a while, and you will see how, without even a touch of skin cream, I am still as radiant as a star. Oh, okay, Snooty. Challenge accepted? Indeed. What the hell? Yes! Don't use that. Just don't use that. That's because I'm in love with Snooty? Or... Well, we are finishing that romance. Like it or not. 11sies. The delicacy of a moment is sometimes only matched by the beauty of the moonlight's reflection on the sea. Your reflection, or...? Snooty Booty turns her big, shining silver eyes up to meet mine. Human, I have lived a long life, and only the first of 9, don't you know? It has been much the same for as far back as my fragile memory reaches. Seeing the moon reflected on the sea would once mean only that I had stayed awake too long, and that I shall see that same shade of grey reflected in the circles under my eyes the next day. Yes. However, seeing how you conduct yourself, human, with the grace of a drunken fruit fly, and yet the confidence of a red-bottomed mandrill, has left me quite inspired. You do not care one bit about how you look. I subtly try to comb my hair with my fingers as Snooty Booty turns her attention back to the moon. I have found, since meeting you, that when one cares less about one's appearance, one finds the capacity to care more about other things. Is that so, Boots? Quite so, human, indeed. I have found it rather freeing to bathe in salt water, something which, not quite long ago, would have caused me to turn grey with anxiety. In the same vein, I feel I am owed some thanks for teaching you a thing or two about proper skincare. Snooty, you demand that I use a night cream caused me to break out in hives. But once they subsided, you were left with a very healthy glow. I sigh. Shades of grey. Or the wrong kinds of shades of grey. Priscilla? Yes, Snooty Booty? There's a poem I half remember. The words have become relevant, but the sentiment is so enduring that it is almost enough to cause me to weep at the thought of it. Music is also like that, don't you find? And smell. All of the senses, in fact, are the palette that colours our experiences and leaves an indelible mark on the soul. That's a lot of words. That's beautiful. Human, I believe you and I are both aesthetes. We share an artiste's appreciation of the situation. I don't know what that word means or how to say it. And again, what? Really do try to keep up. I can tell I'm somewhat spoiling a mood here, so I keep my mouth shut and try to look engaged. I have suffered on this godforsaken island from the lack of many things, but nothing has quite matched the pain of feeling alone, not having a companion to share the more delicate sensibilities that life has to offer. An alluring scent, a vibrant hue, an Epicurean delight, all the subtle joys that are wasted on our more uncivilized cohabitants. It has been like air to my suffocation, sharing time with you, human. Why, Snoot, thank you. I enjoy our time together too. And so, she plows on as though I am an interruption. I feel that together you and I might create something rather wonderful. Oh, a masterpiece. Oh, right, a masterpiece of what? Out of us, human, a union, a joining together of soul. You're still a cat and I'm still a human. I can't stop. I don't know. A marriage of hearts and minds. Are you saying what I think you're saying, Snooty? I'm saying that I am fond of you enough to give me cause to believe that we may be able to commit to each other in the time-honored tradition of love, human. Oh wow, I love you too, Snooty. I love you too. I'm amazed. What you're saying is more than I could have hoped for. So it is agreed, human. You shall dote on me as my equal from now on. Absolutely. I'm 100% about the doting. Snooty will certainly keep that part of this agreement. I'm a little more suspicious about the equal part somehow, but as we sit together, admiring the huge orange moon, I feel quietly confident that she will learn with time and a patient teacher. That is weird. That is weird. Stop. Relationship goals, Snooty Booty. That is terrible. Oh? But I'm resting, but I'm also doing something? Okay. Okay. And I'm sitting at the sea. That's great. And I'm drawing and stuff. Then, as I'm daydreaming, staring into the water, I notice the patterns that the ripples form on the surface. They're unusual. I suppose because of the magnetic pull. The effect is beautiful. I end up sitting for over an hour just trying to capture it on my page. But I suck at it, and I can't. Yes, I am, Maverick. Yes, I am. I guess you can just complete the whole thing. Or, am I wrong in saying that? I don't think I'm wrong in saying that. Let's do this one, because we're doing with Snooty anyway. We just unlock this, so we might as well. Let us analyze the thing. Endgame. How does Snooty Booty keeps finding experimental cosmetics? We're on an island in the middle of nowhere. It makes no sense. And this one from the incinerator, notice? I decide to run some tests on it. Snooty Booty developed some nasty welts after using this cream. I want to see what it's made from. I have a feeling this is not something the professor would want me to be poking around in, so I've come to the lab late at night to make sure I don't get any unwanted attention. Okay, so we check out the cream. We're checking for cat saliva, which is not a thing. This cream uses some other cat-based ingredients. This time it looks like cat urine is being used. Oh, great. Yeah, don't tell Snooty that. You get a bit. Sure, he is wearing rings though, so technically, you know, it's just not my ring. I decide to check for any clues out by the incinerators. Maybe I can find out a little more about where these things are coming from. At the back of the tent area are a couple of large pits that are for the disposal of harmful waste from the lab. Blah 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 blah. Checking out the thing. Suddenly the silence is disrupted by the sound of someone entering the lab. I make myself scarce by crawling around the far side of a nearby bush. As luck would have it, I happen to have ended up at an ideal vantage point to be able to see into the lab through a gap in the canvas. Thanks to follow, Gangan. Oh! Two men enter with a large crate. I recognize them as the ferryman and his son. Professor Popper is with them. He directs them to place the crate on the workshop. The professor reaches in and brings out a small tub that looks identical to the one Snooty Booty found. My guess is that this is the next batch in for testing. The professor stops what he's doing abruptly and looks at his catalogue. I presume he's receiving a phone call. He dismisses the two men with a well, let it go away. Okay. And he checks the thing. Yes, they've just been delivered. I shall make a start first thing tomorrow morning. Why? Yes, madam, I certainly will, madam. With all due respect, I do understand the urgency, but I'm sure you understand the need for thoroughness. I can assure you it will be ready for the deadline. Testing on sample 104 is going far more smoothly than 103. The improvements are very encouraging. There is a long silence from the expression on his face. I imagine he's being lectured. It's very important to cross-check it with data here. The island itself has a significant effects on the samples. We still have some tests left. Blah, 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 blah. The call ends. Blah, 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 blah. And he looks angry. Ooh. Why? Yep, catalog. Yeah, you think they're joking, but no. And then he leaves. Okay. And I'm sneaking back to my own tent. I think I did good. Subterfuge right there. That actually lost me a heart though. Once you complete your research... Oh, okay. So that's how you end it. Can you actually just do these again? Ah, you can't actually do these again either. Okay. So that's totally fine then. Hey, Nike. Oh, thank you. Welcome. I feel like you're losing interest in it. Now, it's more like the problem that I have with the dialogue in this game is that they say a lot of nonsense. Like, a lot of it isn't interesting dialogue. Like, I want to know what's going on in the island. That's what I want to know. But then there's, like, they have these conversations where they talk about, ooh, and then they walked. And then they walked some more. And then they continued walking. And then they got to another part. And after that, they continued walking. Like, I don't need to know about that. I just assume they walk that place, you know? Tell me about the interesting stuff. Let's do this one. Okay, so you have to grab these cats, but you know them. You can talk to them. Okay, so she has to catch... She has to catch cats. The cats that you already know. But why? Okay, first I stroll around trying to look as casual as possible, whistling a tune as I walk. I get close to one of the smaller cats, start to stroke her. I want this to be as painless as possible. The cat responds well to me. She even starts to purr gently. Are you going to come with me? The cat looks at me with big, wide, loving eyes. Come on then. Pick the cat up, carry her to the crate, and place her gently inside. I lock it shut even though the cat makes no attempt to escape. Okay. But why are we doing this? Are you going to do tests on her, or...? Well, more like actual plot advancement. Actually something new. Like, all of this isn't really telling me anything. Like, this is just her picking up cats and putting them in a bag. And some of them are okay and some of them are not. That's it. Like, this cat was not okay with it. Like, how does that advance the story? It doesn't, right? That was it. That was literally it. I am so upset I'm going to the forest. Okay, so she has increased hair growth now. And she's starting to grow a tail. It's mostly filler to keep you hooked. Yeah, exactly. And her pupils have now turned into vertical slits. Okay, so she's turning more and more into a cat. And now she has to hide. And I guess turns into a cat permanently. Here, spread it here. The shade is perfect. Okay. So I'm a cat now, right? I begin to spread the old blanket I've been dragging behind me. It's the one I used to have on my bunk when I lived in a tent. My memory is beginning to fade a little around the edges. I still recall how conflicted I felt, though. I knew I wanted to be with Snooty, but I had a strong urge to keep working on the antidote. Eventually, the decision was made for me. I found it too difficult to remember things in the lab. I kept making mistakes. And then I just sort of allowed myself to sink into my transition. It was quite gentle, and the reward was worth any problems. We all look the same. Like, our cats look the same every time. Yes, this bit of shade is perfect, just like you. But really, Snoots, I don't know why you need this old thing. The sand is so soft and warm. Also, it creeps me out a bit. It reminds me... For goodness sake, Priscilla, you've been a cat for 5 minutes, and already you know what's best for us? May I remind you that you have fur to protect your skin, but mine is exposed and far more delicate. I suppress a giggle. Yes, of course, my love. You have skin like the wings of a butterfly. Yes, and I have no idea why that amuses you so. I'm just happy. You make me happy. Well, you could make me very happy right now. Name it. There's nothing I wouldn't do for you. You really ought to be more mindful of those rash declarations. I mean it. Just name it. Anything. Well, fortunately, I have a very kind and humble nature, so I shan't take advantage of your simplicity. All I want is that you fan me with a palm leaf. I look around until I find one I can comfortably curl my tail around. This isn't nearly as easy as it used to be. But practice makes perfect, my dear. We settle down at the peace and quiet of the afternoon, me gently wafting the palm leaf over a snoozing snoots. How much more blissful could life be? I'm half tempted to warn the new research assistant to just throw in the towel from the start and join us, but I suppose they have their own journey's end. I'm so glad I found mine. Well, the first one did that. When I was like, nah, I'm not helping you, go away. Don't ask, Politicus, don't ask. Ending achieved. Frisson? What does frisson mean? I don't know what frisson means. I can't believe I'm in a relationship with Snooty Booty. Okay, we have one more woman left. Now we're all out of women. What is her name gonna be? You look like a Deruviel. A sudden strong feeling of excitement or a thrill. Shudder of emotion from an epic moment of a song. Seriously, that's what it means? That's not this ending. Okay, so another boat, another go. We've already seen all this. Deruviel. I really wish you could just skip this though. Deruviel drinks water. That's because she's an elf. You're an elf. We seduced one cat so far. Am I gonna drink that super water now? Maybe I did actually get the super water. I should. You know, that's the thing, there isn't. And this one is just the next. There is no skip dialogue button at all. And we're waking up. And they have the journal. Again. And we're gonna turn into a cat. Again. I know, I've been here. You want to do the Count Tabby? Alright. I hope it's an option. Aha! There we are. Okay, so you've already seen this. Again. Well done, you really did read it. Ah, Priscilla is still okay. Most of it, yes. So I wasn't entirely wasting my time. Hang on, you figured it out. It's not my problem anymore. A mysterious cat slinks off towards the forest area. Oh, don't worry about them. They're preoccupied elsewhere. Okay. Up the kitties. I thought the last one got pretty lucky, actually. Ah, Snooty. And they didn't make an antidote. They didn't find the friends. But we're gonna be totally fine. Okay. Next one. Hold control. If it is hold control, then I'm still... Let's see. Nope. Doesn't seem to do anything. Doesn't do anything. crawl doesn't do anything either. If it is that though, then they should also tell you, but it doesn't work. Okay, so where are we starting with this? Already tried spacebar as well. Who can we romance? Yeah, we can get the romance with Trixie. We'll start with Trixie just to lock him in. Yeah. What is this? Meow music? I can hear a strange tap-tapping sound and it grinds on my brain until finally I have to go investigate. I've been tagging cats all morning and the sun is high in the clear blue sky now, so it's time to take my break anyway. I decide to follow the sound. I make my way further along the beach to inspect the rocks and cliffs that run around the perimeter of the island. Tap tap tap. Okay, so we're following a tap tap tap. Go on. Go on! Now it's burbling instead. Oh, they're tricksing me. Hello? I wail at the mouth of the cave, feeling like I've been lured here, but at the same time, like an intruder. Am I disturbing you? Human! Oh, it actually types it out as human. Why? Oh, Trixie, it's you! What are you doing here? I can hear you from all the way up the beach. You're a long way off base. I could ask you the same thing, human, but I won't because I know why you're here. You were drawn to me. I knew you would come sooner or later. I made it nice for your visit. Oh, well, come in, Humi. Humi! And she's disappeared into the darkness of the cave. I squeeze myself in after her, and as my eyes adjust to the gloom, I am at the same time taken aback by the light. We're in a small cavern, which should be pitch black, except it's not. There's a light source that my brain can't quite understand immediately. The rocks, or at least some of them, are radiating with a warm golden pink glow, which gives the tiny cave a peculiar ambience, almost like a trashy nightclub. We're in a trashy nightclub with a cat. You can all escape. Oh, okay. I'll try that after then, because now we're already at the part now. Take a piece of space and make yourself at home, Mimi. I sit where I've been standing, as there's not much room here. I start to take in my surroundings. Finally, were you waiting for that? Were you waiting for a cat to call you? Not just human, but Humi. Come along, Humi. Wow, Trixie, this is fantastic. All around us are different types of rocks, stones and crystals, all different colors, sizes and shapes. There are piles of the stuff in every nook and cranny, like a little Aladdin's cave. What exactly is this place, Trix? It's my pad. Oh, is it? Yes, it is. It's my pad. This is where I do my thing. We all need our thing, don't we? Yes, I suppose, but what exactly is your thing? Minerals! I collect them. It's more than just collecting them, though. I embrace them. Do you hug them? Trixie giggles. Yes, I do! But that's not what I mean. Oh, meant even. I connect with them and allow their properties to become a part of me. We combine our energies. I'm not sure I quite understand. Look, it's easier if I show you. The small cat begins nudging and pawing at some of the stones until she has lined them up in front of me. Okay. Here's my island family. Meet the Grand Dame. She indicates a long, slender pink stone, quite smooth and elegant. Feel her. Don't tell people to feel her! I run my fingers over the shiny cold surface. Remind you of anyone? A smile breaks over my face and Trixie begins to... Is it Snooty Booty? Yep, you got it. Only don't ever tell Snooty that I'm calling her grandma. Yep. Here, how about this guy? I'm presented with a large squat chunk of rock, semi-covered with a kind of moss. It gives its appearance of having fur. As I turn it, the light picks up the colour and I can see a warm, rich amber tone, almost like marmalade. Is that the Irish cat? Makes me laugh out loud. There really is uncanny. The major in rock form. Oh, not even. Mineral actually, but yes. Gramps has all the qualities to lead my little family. I've already moved on to the next stone and the resemblance is striking. It's a dirty green stone that fits very comfortably into the palm of my hand. It hasn't been polished like Snooty Booty, so it's a bit murky looking. Oh, I thought that was already one we were talking about. There are small patches that have been rubbed clean from handling. They are breathtaking emerald, catching the light so that the green sparkles, reflecting and dancing around the cave. Oh, that one's the Irish guy. Yeah, McMurphy can be like that. Uncle McMurphy. Oh, he certainly can. His charm is very beguiling, so who's missing? No one. What about Kibbles? Take a closer look, Humi. Humi! I strain my eyes in the gloomy light and see a flat, jagged piece of stone next to Floofy Butt. And then I get it. It's a pebble! He's a pebble. We both laugh. It really does seem to capture Kibbles, but it's hard to say why. Because it's a pebble and he's a kibble. Hey! It's the energy. Everything has energy, and we're all connected by it. Allow me to demonstrate. Take my paw and close your eyes. Okay, that's not how that works. I do as instructed and hold the tiny paw in my hand, being as gentle as possible because my fingers suddenly seem fat and clumsy by comparison. Fat and clumsy? What do you feel? She's warm and fragile, and I almost feel like giggling. A bit tipsy, really. Okay, now keep your eyes closed and hold my other paw in your other hand. When I have both of her paws, the feeling is intensified. I begin giggling out loud despite myself, and I'm overcome with a delicious feeling of joy. Open your eyes. She's doing magic. I look down and see that I am only holding one of Trixie's paws. In the other hand is a small clear crystal, completely smooth. Oh wow, but how? It felt just like your paw, warm and furry. I know, Trixie is laughing. You're feeling the energy. This is me. Trixie indicates the crystal. Oh my goodness, Trix, this is so cool. Thank you for letting me meet you all. I notice her face change. She looks as though she's been hurt. Oh, Trixie, what is it? Are you okay? This isn't all of us. What? There's someone else in my island family, but we don't talk about her anymore. Oh? She was the coolest sister ever, but she's not with us anymore. Trix, did she pass away? No such luck. She's being kept alive. Trixie nudges a small black piece of stone towards me. I pick it up and look at it closely. There's thousands of specks of glitter running through it, giving it an iridescence. It looks like the night sky. I close my eyes instinctively, and am immediately overwhelmed by the most intense sadness and despair. It feels as though all the pain in the world is captured in this little black gem. Gosh, Trix, what on earth happened to her? Can't say. Not yet, anyway. I think they might, yes. She has taken the stone and hidden it before I even realize it's gone. And suddenly her mood has changed completely again. We need to get you one too, Humi. You should be mineralized, don't you think? I would be honored, Miss Trixie. You're really quite open for a scientist. It's actually a requirement that, in order to be a good scientist, you remain open-minded. Let me read you your tarot. I'm a bit thrown. It came out of nowhere. I don't know about that. You're not as open-minded as you like to think, then. That's not fair. I just wasn't expecting it. Come on, then. Yes or no? I want to know everything. Why not? Okay, why not? I played tarot once in uni. It was great fun. Oh, Humi, tarot isn't a game? Of course not. Go on, then. Tell me who I'm going to marry. Trixie lets out a small snicker. I don't know why, but I'm starting to feel a bit nervous. The Calico Cat produces a pack of cards with an intricate pattern on the back. Wow, that's a cool deck. Where did you get it? The Purrfect got it for me. He won't tell me where from. He finds the coolest things. Trixie places the pack of cards on the floor, begins waving her paws over it, and lets out a strange yowling sound. Finally, she stops and fans the card out in front of me. Okay, your turn. Close your eyes and slowly run your hands over the cards until you feel drawn to one. Touch it, lightly. Repeat until you've chosen 3 cards. I self-consciously do as I'm told, relieved that I'm not expected to make yowling noises too. Why not? Yow! I touch 3 cards, and when I open my eyes, Trixie is holding them in her paw, looking thoughtful. Very interesting. Your past is the fool. Ha! The lovers is in your present position. How scandalous. And you have justice in your future. Will you be handing it out or receiving it? Very interesting. Is that good interesting or bad interesting? There's no such thing as good and bad, really. It's all just information to help you if you choose to listen to it. Okay, I'm all ears. Are you going to tell me that I'm a bit of a fool who falls in love and gets my just desserts? I notice that Trixie has become quiet and thoughtful as she studies the 3 cards. It feels like an age before she speaks. The position of this card represents your past, everything that has led you to your current situation. The Fool is all about innocence and spontaneity. It's the first card in the Major Arcana, and it signifies beginnings. The Fool portends important decisions ahead, which may not be easy to make, and involve an element of risk for you. It's a powerful card, not to be underestimated. The next position is your current situation. The Lovers can be a misleading card because it suggests being all about romance, but actually it's far more about making difficult choices. It warns that you need to consider things very carefully because although a positive outcome is more indicated when this card is present, it also reminds us that pain is seldom avoidable. Finally, we have your outcome card, Justice. This augurs well for you, human. Oh, she just called me a normal human! It's the most karmic of the tarot cards. If you behave well with integrity, loyalty, and courage, you will achieve fantastic results and gain the highest possible success. Beware, though, that the sword cuts on both sides of the blade. If you sow the seeds of discord, you will reap disharmony in your life. There's a longish pause, and I realize she's finished my reading. Thank you, that was fantastic. Oh, really, Humi, what did I say about listening? I heard every word, just don't know what it means. Then go away and think about it. Wow, I will. I'll try. Just remember that it's all about interpretation. And listening? Interpreting the cards is listening. You need to listen to your inner voice, and the cards will help you hear it. I have much to learn. I am happy to teach you, Humi. She's beaming and glowing in the strange half-light of her magical cave. The effect is quite hypnotic. Well, I shall look forward to that, but right now I have a date with a microscope. Soon, Humi. Soon. That's creepy. I make my way out into the bright sunshine and take a deep breath. I'm not sure what all that was about, but I think I rather liked it. How can you already say that right now? You're like, this cat, I'm into this cat. Trixie sounds like a stripper name. A little bit, yes. Yes. I mean, the song was a bit too loud, I think. A bit too much. Embrace your inner cat. I don't know. It sounds a bit weird. I'm gonna make a cup of tea. Because this is actually trashing my voice entirely. Like, it's actually painful to read everything constantly. So I'm gonna go make a cup of tea. So there is a sound slide. I already took down the sound a lot. Apparently you can't do that here. It's already quite low. But yeah, I'm gonna go grab a cup of tea real quick. So you guys should also grab a cup of tea. It's good for your voice. Do I even have a... Oh, I don't. Where are you? Stuff. I thought I did do that. Tea break. Wow, you can barely read that on this. You can barely read that on this. Calm down. Okay, we'll make it bold, and we'll make it bold italic, and then we'll just make it bold. What? Can I make a line about this? I guess I can't. Well, I hope you can read this. Oh, okay, Marak. I won't be too long, but I'm gonna go and grab some tea. So, be right back. Hello. Right. I have a tea. A cat cup of tea. To fit the mood. I'm sorry. Chair-sama has to go again. And fulfill his duty. As sitting equipment. Thank you, Mark. You preferred the meowing? Really? I mean, the meowing was actually turning me nuts. Okay, I'm probably gonna do this game for like another hour instead of the full 4 hours. It's like, that will be 3 hours. Because it is doing some serious damage to my voice, having to read constantly. And also, I want to know what happens, so I'm probably gonna finish the game off stream at one point, just really quickly to see what happens. But I don't think it grabs me enough to want to play it otherwise. Like, I think I just want to know the story and then move on with that, if that makes sense. It's cute, but it needs some shaving, I think. It needs some shaving on the non-essentials. There's actually a reason why crazy cat ladies are a thing. Why are crazy cat ladies a thing? Tell me. While we do some recon, tell me. You can also YouTube the other endings. Now I want to play through it because I was actually given the code to ask to check out, so I want to do an actual review of it. And I like to do that like after 24-hour stream where I told all the new games that I played. I talked about them a bit. I want to do that for this one as well because I think there's something here, but it doesn't grab me enough. It doesn't grab me enough. It needs more. How does my cat dating rank versus bird dating? Bird dating is more fun. Bird dating is more fun so far. But it's not bad, but it needs something. There's been a shipment of supplies delivered and I have to help get it all unloaded. I think I'm gonna go and do environment reconning. Is environment... What sounds more like a tabby cat thing to do? Yeah, okay, this one. This one sounds more like that. You can't change the font size. Would I want to do that? Okay, so... Oh, this is actually with Trixie as well. Oh, well, there we go. I've taken some time off today so that Trixie can show me the water pool she's been telling me about. I have some sample bottles in my backpack, along with some food and a blanket. And it's nice, we can have a picnic lunch there. So these pools appear to be different colours? They don't appear to be, Humi. They are! Okay. Well, we can't prove that until we've tested them. Reflection, refraction, and dispersion can play some fancy tricks on the eye. Poo to your testing. You take all the magic away, science person. It makes your world very dull, I think. Maybe you're right, Trixie. Let's wait and see what wonders you are going to show me, eh? That's right. This way. Show me the wonders, Trixie. Have I rolled my void off yet? Not yet. Not yet. Time, man. She disappeared from sight. I run to the cliffside where she was walking, and looking over the edge, I can see that she's jumped to a small rock shelf, about 4 meters down from where we stood. Hey, you guys wanted to see Trixie, so... I mean... Is this just even on me? Come on, you can do it. Don't be a fraidy cat. I'm more concerned about how it will get back up, actually. There are kind of steps further along, but this way is closer to the entrance. Not wanting to appear too much of a killjoy, I clamber over the edge and lower myself down, dropping the last few feet. Impressive, you're getting a feline spring in your step. If you say so. I'm worried I may have twisted my ankle, but I don't want to say anything. Follow me, Springy. She's disappeared again. It's like keeping up with a jackrabbit. Follow my voice. And suddenly, an alarming sound is coming from between two rock faces. It's high-pitched, screeching, and very loud. I squeeze through the crevice and am in what looks like a cave without a ceiling. Trix, stop! The sound is so amplified in this enclosure, it has become deafening. Sorry, Humi, but it feels so good. Have a try. What? Yell, shout, scream, sing at the top of your voice, loud as you can. Oh. Really? No, I don't, that's the thing. I have to rep grind to get these things done, so top notch. I feel self-conscious, but I'm dying to have a go. You only live once, and it's so fabulous. She makes the noise again, and this time I join in. It's fantastic. The acoustics are something else. It's like an amphitheater. Eventually, we run out of steam, and I flop to the ground, exhausted, but exhilarated too. After we have caught our breath, I'm ready to push onwards. Better get on, not off. Sorry, don't take that the wrong way. If we don't want to be back too late, we're here. And a cat cave. Missed opportunity for a pun, Derridin! It's from a parasite a lot of cats carry. Some studies have linked it to increased risk of schizophrenia. So there's actually crazy cat ladies because of that. Interesting. Once you do avoid elf, you're just gonna change the worgen already? Yeah, I am. So... I'm surprised. I was expecting something more impressive, I suppose. This is the place. I look around and for the first time I notice several small pools of water, not much larger than puddles around the edge of the enclosure. Oh, I see. While I'll be playing Final Fantasy... on the 6th? Why specifically on the 6th? What happens on the 6th? I bend down next to the nearest pool and see straight away that it is the deepest red. It looks like blood. Look mine! Liquid sky! I cross to the opposite side where Trixie is sitting, and sure enough, there is the clearest, richest blue water and melted emeralds. Again, and okay, so now we're just literally going along to look at colorful pools. Okay, I get it. We're putting our hand in the pool. And I'm scared of that because bacteria. And Trixie does it all the time, so do it anyway. Oh, I didn't even know that. Well, I have a PlayStation 4 now, so it doesn't really matter necessarily. Maybe. I do want to play it, so maybe. I glance over and sure enough, she has her furry little paws in the golden coloured water. Somewhat reassured, I scoop up some of the blue water and sniff it. It smells wonderful, as though it has been perfumed. What is that smell? It's weirdly familiar. I take out my bottles and begin collecting the waters. My theory about the light is blown when I line the little bottles up together and they each retain their original hue. Something is dyeing this water. I can't wait to get back to the lab to run some tests. We can go back the easy way if you like. Follow me. And then they go safely back instead. Further along still, I can make out a large empty metal drum. It's rusted, obviously discarded some time ago. I get a closer look and see that there is a tap near the base and the remains of a label, but I can barely make out the words. I take a picture of it with my catalogue to decipher later. The perfume I smelled in the cave seems to be stronger here. I'm very intrigued. How would you react if they made the Arakoa a playable race? I mean, that'd be nice. I'd probably, my tea is way too hot still. I'd probably make an Arakoa. I'm not sure I'd main it though. Maybe. It depends on how they make the player models look. Because they can screw up quite a bit, as we've seen. So I'm not sure. Depends on the player characters. I actually didn't know there was a multiplayer account, Miho. I literally didn't know that. I had no idea. Trixie couldn't be less interested in all of this. She's happily skipping ahead, looking for a good picnic spot for us. I'll have to be patient with my investigations. Because we have to picnic? Go start a Tuskars for Warcraft front with Taliesin. Do it. Okay, so we only have... Wait, hold on. Yeah, we haven't done any research yet, so we're gonna unlock more later then, I guess. Somehow. I guess we're going to do some research. Groom some cats. I put on my latex gloves and gather my tools. And we're gonna go and... Is this song literally saying meow? It is literally saying meow. Okay, so she's getting cats into the lab to groom them. Okay, and it's a sad cat who doesn't feel too great. How does that give me any information that is useful? Yes, grooming a cat is annoying. I can't even date Mr. Bumble! I can't date Socks either! This sort of thing. Just a red patch on his neck. Ah, it feels great, but not really. Yeah, no, that's literally what this is. So he has a wound in his neck, and she doesn't know what it is. I don't know what cream or saline solution is supposed to do. Don't put some of the professor's soothing cream on it. They're weird. That's... This does not change anything about the plot. Like, I'm serious. I'm not sure why they add these things in. No energizer. I would have to burn it somehow. And I had a magical nap. Good for me. We will... Shall we romance the whole thing first? Maybe we should romance the... No, we'll okay, a little bit romance. Poor floofy button McMurphy. I feel so abandoned. That's my thing, Energizer. Come on, Humi. At this rate, you'll have to go back before we even get there. I'm not built like you, Trix. Anyway, you need to cut me some slack. These cliffs are hard going, and I'm a human, you know. I'm taking an extra long lunch break today to go scavenging with Trixie. Having realized I'm the only member of the family not to be represented in rock form, she's become obsessed with finding my crystallized doppelganger. I'm both flattered and unnerved at being a member of a cat family. I try not to overthink it. Well, why not? You're a cat family. You should. Can we take 5 so I can catch my breath, please? It's okay, we're here. It's just over this edge. Look! As I catch up to Trixie, I instantly see what she's referring to. As soon as my head gets above the cliff we're climbing, I'm confronted with a kind of rock basin. It's almost volcanic looking, as though something huge once fell here and left an almighty indentation. Yeah, meteors, I'm supposing. What's this, Trixie? Jump down, it's perfectly safe. Okay. It's easy, just spring up and glide down. For you, maybe. I'm a lot less cat than you might think. But apparently I am actually a lot more cat than I think. Oh, interesting. Well, I'll just wait a little bit. And, I usually don't. I'll buy it later when all the bugs have been fixed as well. Looks like Syria's been here. Oh, maybe you're a lot less human than you might think. I just said that. When I've stopped feeling pleased with myself and taken my surroundings, I see the wild hunt standing around. Oh, never mind. I have to catch my breath. I feel as though I'm standing in a prehistoric town where the wild. Never mind. Where are we? What is this? Close your mouth, Humi. The Lucilites will get in. The what? Never mind. Just get some of this and ditch Dodge for the high road. Ha! Some of the expressions you use, Trix, you do make me laugh. Were you born on this island? She's clawing at the rock like it's a scratch post. My parents brought me here in 1967. Really? Wow, do you remember? That's 1967. Then this is a really, really old cat? Last one told me. You mean the person who worked here before me had it? But I'm silenced by her abrupt interruption. Thanks for all the help. I realize that I've done nothing and jump up to see what I can do, but Trix seems to have what she came for. Take this. It's a shard of black and silver. Hold it in your hands and feel the character. Try to blend with it. I do as I'm told, but the only thing I feel is foolish. I'm not sure. Perhaps I'm not very rock-like. Mineral! Sorry. Okay, leave it. We'll have to try again elsewhere. Yeah, the rock chooses the wizard, Harry. Not the other way around. But to be honest, human, I'm running quite low on ideas for you. I feel guilty that I'm so difficult to place, and wonder if I should try to make it better. Am I skeptic? No, I was excited about it, wasn't I? No, let's not quit so easily. Trixie flashes me a look. I've put quite a bit of effort in, actually, Humi. I know, you've been amazing. Really meant myself. I've been a bit of a passenger with this so far, and I think it's time I made more of a commitment to it. Trixie looks much brighter. Really? That's so sweet of you. Absolutely. You sit down and take a break. I've got this. Trixie nuzzles down into a patch of wildflowers and watches me intently as I ruin everything. I have absolutely no idea what I'm meant to be doing, and there's like, my hair is like in total knots right now. Calm down. I have absolutely no idea what I'm meant to be doing, so I start improvising, all the while watching her little cat face for clues as to how I'm doing. Terribly! It took 56 hours. Well, why would you do it all in one go? How much is that in cat years? Holy crap. Ancient in cat years. Actually. We need to listen to this music. I mean, I'm kind of struggling to get through that too, so... You know, we're all in the same boat. It's like 40 more minutes. I crouch low to the ground and hold my arms open. Open palms, face down. I'm imagining they're fleshy metal detectors. Oh, thanks for the subcode name. Welcome to the murder flock. Glad you're sticking around. I hover them about an inch above the ground and make large sweeping arcs. What, you just sort of doing this? Why? Weird. It seems to be going okay and I'm rather pleased with myself. Trixie is smiling and nodding encouragement, clearly convinced by my little charade. Then I made the mistake of closing my eyes because I think it will look more authentic. Now I can't see what Trixie is doing, if she's even looking at me. I decided to wrap this up. Go! I've stopped mid-flow as though I can feel something. What gives, Humi? You found something? Her voice is very close, so I can't risk opening my eyes now. Instead, I lower my hand and feel about for something, anything. I believe I have. You're grabbing her claws, right? Just what I'm assuming. My hand is settled on a small stone of some kind, which I grasp in my fist. Yes, definitely, this is me. Let's see it then. I open my eyes and my fist, and am disappointed to see a very ordinary piece of rock, indistinguishable from all the others around this basin. I cringe, but I'm committed to it now. That's interesting, not at all what I was expecting. So you're sure this one is you? Hang on a minute. I try to look serious and focused, the way Trix does when she's doing this stuff. Yes, I'm definitely getting something. There's a sensation, something's changing. That'd be the size of your nose, Humi. Huh? How stupid do you think I am? What? I don't... You can stop the charade now, but I am feeling nothing, Humi. I put that bit of rock under your hand for you to pick up. I knew you were faking. I could feel my face burn red. I'm mortified. Trixie, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to... I know what you were doing. It was sweet in a way, but you don't need to pretend with me. This is very real for me, and it really doesn't matter if anyone else gets it or not. I get it. I feel so shallow. Yeah, I guess you would. Hey-ho! And with a derisive snort, she's bounded off, leaving me to find my own way back to camp. Well, that went well, but no really. Well, terrible date. Might not end up with Trixie there. We'll recon instead. We'll recon... I can't stop thinking about those important fragrant pink letters Zane mentioned. I've got to get my hands on one. Ah! Oh yeah, that was a thing, wasn't it? I run through the sequence one more time. I know it by heart, but I'm nervous. I've been watching long enough to be sure that the routine is just like clockwork. No deviations, well, apart from one, and I've made that work for me. So the boat arrives at 1300. Zane, always alone, talks to the older man, Bob, who hands over the post. Well, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, okay. He then blah blah blah, and then he blah blah blahs, and then he blah blah blahs. And he gives him the stuff. Okay, but that's not something I want to read about. Okay, but I want to check the mail, right? This is literally just her talking about the plan to get the mail. Which I get, but... And they're gonna stage a distraction. Can I do the thing then? Hi there, Zane, 127. I suppose we're on wait, what? First name base, 127 is my first name. I have a little something for you. Zane frowns, but does not look at me. His eyes are instead where they always are, on his crossword. I'm sorry, this guy does not look like he's an angry, frowny man with a crossword word? Does he look like an angry, frowny man to you? Like a dangerous, angry, frowny man? Because he doesn't. I made you a puzzle. He eyes me skeptically. Crossword, to be exact. It's pretty tricky if I do say so myself. I created the puzzle using all of the cat's general knowledge. Major and McMurphy thought of some particularly treacherous teasers, while Kibbles and Trixie offered some great obscure pop culture reference questions. How did they know about that? Snooty Booty was mostly just trying to get cat treats out of my pocket. Okay. The dick's having a whale of a time. Is this a joke? Oh, it gets harder. Does it? Why did you make this? Because I want to. I'm bored and I like you. Okay. And he actually smiles. Aww. Looks like a pedo. I mean, really. Yes, he's warming to me. This plan is going spiffingly. No, it's not. Okay. And then the cat sneaks away to find the letters. Or something. He's stuck already. I try to look at McMurphy to get ready to make his move. Okay, so he's gonna do the distraction as well. Just this one about the archetypal counterpart to Yandere. Okay. And he's getting the thing. Oh. So it didn't work, he thinks? Oh, no, he actually found it. Okay, so literally that entire thing was, oh, they're distracting a guy to get the paper. And then we might actually get to know something, because the guy is not that interesting. Yeah, it's not just cat puns, I guess. McMurphy, you're a star! No need to... No end to my talents. I snatch up the envelope, say goodbye to McMurphy, and head to the privacy of my tent. Bye, McMurphy. I examine my trophy, and can you just check it out already? It's not his love life. Okay, but open the thing. It's not at all what I expect, thank you, finally. And my previous suspicions come flooding back. This paper is in stark contrast to the pretty pink wrapping. It's a typed message on light paper. Percival, I have been informed of your latest subject. I would rather hear about such things from you personally. It would not be wise to take my silence for authorization. Please keep this in mind for future transactions. I will let this indiscretion slide, but if it is ever repeated, I will have no choice but to deal with you the way I dealt with 124. As for the project, case study 6 is aesthetic. Please act accordingly. P103 has been unsuccessful. Void any further investigation. Lab 09 has received the newest batch. Protocol to begin on the 9th. Finally, I trust your new assistant has arrived and is proving to be more helpful than the previous one. You seem to have had a run of bad luck in that particular area. As you know, I do not abide bad luck, and will expect a reversal of fortune post-haste. But that's not gonna happen, because I'm gonna turn into a cat too. So, you know, do they not bother to care about that? Guess they don't, but still. Which one? It's time for some serious testing in the lab. Alright. We'll do this one. Would you like me to add some meows? Because I can. My stomach is squeezy. I really don't want to do this. It's strange. I'm used to treating subjects with medication and injections, but something about this doesn't feel right. Hello, you. I smile at the gentle cat on the table in front of me. I look at the syringe in my hand. I turn to the professor. What are we testing for with these meds again? He looks up from his desk. Is there a problem to reveal? I've already told you. It's supposed to stimulate hair growth. Why do we need to stimulate hair growth? Why, indeed. However, ours is not a question why to reveal. The likes of you and I perform the tasks set out by the people who pay our wages. Such is life, eh? The professor returns to his work, and I understand the conversation is over. I look back at the little cat. His name is Smokey. He's a Lycoid cat with very short, fine hair. A real sweetie. I suppose the professor is right. This is just my job, and although I feel terrible, I find a way to ignore the pangs of guilt and inject Smokey with medication. He squeals, but it's over quickly, and he can return to his cage. How long does this usually take? The professor looks up again, slightly irritated. I don't know, Toruviel, but you're being paid to find that out, aren't you, my dear? Oh, yes, of course. I make a note of the time and observe the cat. After 5 minutes, there's no noticeable change. 10 minutes, still no change. After half an hour, I think I notice his hair looks a little different, but I suspect my eyes are playing tricks on me. 1 hour in, and all of a sudden I can see the hair is visibly longer and seems to be continuing to grow. I must say, I'm very impressed and a little confused. I decide to take a tea break. Smokey seems content to nap for a while. Can I get you a cup of tea, Professor? Oh, no, I don't know how you can tolerate the foul stuff they brew up in the mess tent. I have my thermos of coffee here, thank you. Fair enough. I'll be back in a bit. You can also just make your own tea, eh? It's an option. Dexter would not appreciate this. They're all far too pliable. I've only been gone for 10 minutes at the most. As I enter with my mug of tea, I instantly notice the drama taking place in Smokey's cage. I find it hard to stifle a laugh. Oh my goodness, Professor, have you seen this? The professor looks up, exasperated by another interruption, but then he notices the cage. Aww, oh dear, well, don't just stand there to reveal, get him out! I open the front of the cage and pull out the large hairball that Smokey has turned into. His fur tumbles over my arm as I cradle the bewildered cat. Oh, the poor thing. Well, I never. Very interesting, isn't it, to reveal? I think it's still growing, Professor. I do believe you're right. Perhaps we should consider the clippers. The professor hands me a small set of silver electric clippers and I immediately begin using them on the ever-expanding Smokey. I continue to shave for the next 15 minutes until he finally seems to run out of fur. My, that's a lot of hair. We both stand staring at the pile of fur at our feet. Just keep a small amount for testing and put the rest of it out the back. Or I can dispose of it later. Laura? Miss Marigold. No, her name is Triss. Don't do that. Excellent work today to reveal most interesting finds. Oh, thank you, sir. Although the results had nothing to do with me, I'm left feeling a tad guilty about Smokey's ordeal. As I place him back in the cage, I check for any signs of trauma, and when satisfied he's okay, I awkwardly take my leave. You might want to check back later, because it might still be growing. I'm just saying. My own mug as well. It's a cat mug, so that would be so fitting. Okay, we should probably... Oh, we actually have to sleep. Oh, already? And we actually get to do stuff. Trixie and Kibbles have brought me to the ridge where the pools of coloured water collect. We call them the rainbow pools. It's a beautiful day and there's a vivid rainbow across the sky. Kibbles is over the other side from me, shouting, "Oh, look at this! Come over here!" He sounds further away than he is. My hearing isn't quite right, but I don't mind. What is it? You need to see it. Suddenly I'm beside him. He's looking over the edge of the cliffs, and when I look down, the sea is further away than I expect. It's such a long way down. Do you see? And I feel a push from behind, and as I begin to fall, I hear Trixie laugh. Wow. Curiosity did what? What? And I'm not falling at all. I'm floating, light as a feather. Fly, little bird, fly away home. Is this a dream? It's a dream, isn't it? It's probably a dream. This is the best feeling ever. I'm going higher up now, toward the rainbow. I'm going to touch it. Mind you don't get scorched by the sun. That's not how that works. I feel myself being shaken. Well, me, you really ought to go in now. It's too hot out there to sleep. I don't know, Jack. I don't know. He's very smug, I guess. A little upset with his life. Bit of both. I'm on the patch of scrub beside my tent. I was just having a moment of shut-eye in the sun, but I must have fallen asleep. Oh, thank you, Trixie. I smile at the calico cat as I surreptitiously scratch at the prickly heat on my leg. Thanks? Curiosity said, what? Romance it up. Some more. Actually, that's going pretty well. Oh, there we go. It's meow. The sun is almost set. A large orange orb so low in the sky, I feel I could reach out and touch it. Maybe this is what Trixie wanted me to see. Her whispered invite from behind the lab door this morning was a brief cave, sundown, dressed to de-stress, be there or despair. As I reach Trixie's cave, my breath is literally taken away. There are clusters of facilities, tiny illuminated flyers that look like the strings of fairy lights hung all over the beach. They lead to a formation of rocks close to the water's edge, spotlit by the amber glow of the moon and surrounded by the sparkle and twinkle of more lucilites. It's magical. I call to Trixie as she emerges from her cave, dragging something in her mouth. I dash over to help her. Whatever it is, it looks too heavy for the delicate calico cat. Oh, thank you. I'm almost done. Could you take it over to the seats? There's seats. I'm probably going to start streaming Bloodborne in about half an hour. I would else actually start an hour after that, but my voice can't handle constant reading, I just realised, so... She's indicating to the rock formation I was just admiring, and now I see it from this angle. It really does look like a seating area. In fact, the whole area looks like a stage, beautifully lit and set. When I put the cloth bundle behind... not behind, why did I read behind there? Where she wants it and untie it for her, I discover a small collection of objects that Trixie immediately sets about organizing. She's so deft and determined I can't help but see the human in her. Can I do anything? This looks fabulous, Trix. How did you manage to stage the lucilites? She laughs. Easy when you know how. I just love mana. Mana? the manna from the heaven flowers, look. She takes a flower from a garland she's pulling from the cloth bag and punctures the bulbous center with her claw. A few drops of clear, sticky liquid ooze out, instantly attracting a tiny swarm of sparkling flies. What is it? Taste it, go ahead, it's safe, Umi. Actually, it's delicious. I gingerly touch a droplet with the tip of my pinky and put it on the tip of my tongue. What happens if you finish Bloodborne earlier too? More hours of fury, I guess, yeah. And, you know, maybe a bit Horizon Zero Dawn if we're super early. It's sweet and spicy, like cinnamon and honey. She's right, it's delicious. The garland is now around my neck and I look like I'm wearing a necklace of dancing lights. Trixie has nudged a much smaller garland onto her head and the effect is stunning. You have a halo. Trixie giggles. Well, I am an angel after all. This stuff is good. Is there mana in this? I drink a warm, sweet nectar from a shell that Trixie has placed in my hands. Yes, among other things. Steady though, McMurphy helped make it. Ah, I thought I could detect the warmth of his Irish charm. I mean, I want to say it's alcohol, but this could be any number of things that I don't want to talk about right now. Slaint, Murph! As I drain the shell, I feel a bit lightheaded, and I sit down on one of the rock seats. Oh, hello, chums. I didn't see you there. The whole of Trixie's mineral family are gathered on the other rocks. The gang's all here. This is a lovely treat, Trixie. Thank you. Oh, but the main event is only just beginning. A hump. I would like to present for your pleasure and delectation, Mademoiselle Trixie Belle. I clap enthusiastically, but I have no idea what's going on. I'm having a ball anyway. And then it begins. Trixie has taken center stage, throws her head to the full moon, and lets out the most almighty sound. It's long and loud and weird, a strange concoction of meowing, hissing, and purring all together in a cacophony of ear-piercing caterwabbling. For a moment, I'm confused, but it's like another part of me starts to take over. A part of me that understands this awful racket, and my ears rearrange what I'm hearing until it sounds like singing. Info for Teruvial gets spiked. Isn't that already kind of this? Dutch charm? Nah, I mean, we're not that. We're not that. Really? Are we known for that? I didn't actually know that. I know of the regulars, but I don't know of some of the things that people say about us in other countries. Azer, we're dating cats. Good stuff. Beautiful singing, sad and plaintive, and then rising to hopeful and rousing until I'm compelled to join in. I throw back my head and let out a sound I didn't know I could make. Come on, Umi, come up here. Trixie is inviting me to join her on the stage. I'm momentarily brought back to my senses, aware of who I am, and it jolts me. What the hell am I doing out here on the beach at night with a clouder of yowling cats? Part of me feels like I'm intruding. It's voyeuristic and I feel uncomfortable. Join me. But there's another part of me that wants to cut loose and allow myself to experience all of it. Please, we're turning into a cat. Are you kidding me? We're all done. Stroopwafels, yes! I leap gracefully onto the platform next to Trixie. From here, the view is even more astonishing. There are cats swarming in from the rocks and the undergrowth to join us. We're all harmonizing as though we're a one entity. Tails intertwine as lucilities dance around us. Trixie has begun a kind of dance, stretching and twisting her whole body. She looks elastic. I begin gyrating too, and it feels fantastic. Every muscle and sinew is malleable. I am in total control of my entire anatomy. You think? Beer and sprinkle sandwiches. Oh, hagelslag. Alright. Before I have time to take in what... Oh, actually, I do have to say, though. Like, Leiden is a studentenstad. Is a student city. So, people are gonna drink more there. Like, regardless. Before I have time to take in what changed, I am running at full pelt, with Trixie following and behind her a whole string of cats, all scampering in a serpentine line, with me at the head. I weave around rocks and right up to the water's edge. Then, suddenly, it all changes again, and we're reaching up toward the moon. The cats standing on their hind legs, front legs stretching up and swaying, as though being blown in the warm breeze. The moon melting its amber glow over us, until suddenly, I feel a wave of nausea wash over me. Hungover already. I break from the other revelers and crawl on my hands and knees a little way up the beach. It feels less potent here, and I lay down for a while and let the sounds of the yowling cats sing me to sleep. She's way too drunk. Students van. Except Tilburg is... Aww. I like Tilburg. Some more recon. one. This one's been around for a while. We should do that one. No, the sprinkles is the sandwich. It's actually don't. 200 countries have hagelslag. I feel like you don't. It's just like pieces of chocolate on your bread. So, excuse me. The only stereotype a lot of people have here about Dutch usually are Heineken, water canals. Oh yeah, oh, and we ice skate on the water canals, clearly. Red light district isn't really a thing anymore. So, you do not? Sorry. I've been staring at the back of his head for a long time now. Too long. I'm starting to feel creepy. I just don't understand it. All he does is sit in that chair by the dock, eating egg sandwiches and doing crossword puzzles. It's a good life. How does a man like that become the security guard for a place like this? As far as I can tell, his job consists of greeting the boat to make sure nothing unauthorized gets on or off of it, picking up supply deliveries, and occasionally taking a long, lazy lap of the island to make sure everything's secure. You can always just put chocolate on your bread regardless. Just, again, you know, sometimes when we ran out of chocolate, or well, we ran out of hagelslag, we take a piece of chocolate and just sort of shave it, and that kind of works too. Do I need to turn in my Dutch passport for not being able to ice skate? Yes! You have to ice skate this instant. We actually usually have, in my town we have, if there's not enough ice in general, we just have a skating rink in the middle of town where they just freeze over the water. It's really small, but at least you can ice skate. So, no excuses. I wonder what he knows about the research that goes on here, if anything. He doesn't seem to be interested regardless. Thanks to follow, Night Claws. I decided it's time to get to know this island bouncer and go to join him at the dock. But he's not a cat. I sit next to Zane, me on the sand, him in the chair, but didn't we already give him like crossword puzzles or something? Don't we already know the guy? I'm sorry, I'll stop talking about chocolates. He's not wearing his big coat, and the short-sleeved shirt allows me to notice for the first time how surprisingly muscular he is. I never truly thought of him as a security in the bodyguard sense, but now squinting at him sideways, trying not to stare too obviously, I begin to see him in a new light. I pluck up the courage to talk. Hi Zane, how are you? Are you trying to start a conversation? I guess I am. He says this without looking up from his crossword puzzle. Oh, I suppose I am, yes. I don't get to chat to humans much in my job. Research Assistant 127. He rolls the words out like he's reading them. Oh yes, I guess that's me. So what does the number stand for anyhow? You don't know? He asks monotonously, I still glue to it. Oh, sorry. You don't know. He's monotonous. No, actually, to be honest, Zane, I don't know much at all. There's a definite lack of intel sharing on this project. Have I ever read the book The Undutchables? I have not. It's about Dutch phrases translated to English in an awful manner. No, but I do actually, do I have that book here? I don't think I do. No, I don't have that here anymore. Well, I have this small book where Dutch people say things in English, but they don't make sense because they're directly translating it. Things like, I thank you from the bottom of my heart and from my wife's bottom. You know, things like that. And, oh, there was one about the cook as well. I can't remember. It's like really, really stupid things that you should not be directly translating. Is it something like that as well? He's wearing sunglasses to hide his vertical pupils. Now, unfortunately, we've already seen his eyes, but it would be nice. Oh, thanks, Nightclaws. You liked the Wednesday video this week, then? The first time I was in Leiden, I asked my friend how to order a beer. He told me to say, mag ik een slappe lul alsjeblieft? Okay. Don't order beer like that. Did you get it though? Did you get what you ordered, or? Which project would that be? I know. This one, everything. So, is he gonna say something I actually find interesting? Okay, he doesn't care. What do you care about, Zane? Dinner and a puzzle book. I feel like we've maybe skipped ahead a bit too far because we already got the letters. Probably. Yeah, we're kind of already past this because we already got the letter. And we already talked and stuff. Okay. Now will he say something interesting? He has never noticed anything weird. Okay. Sometimes when I'm out tagging, I feel they're playing games on me, like children, hide and seek, that kind of thing. Some of those cats may be cleverer than any of us give them credit for. Well, you don't say. They know when to stay out of the sun. You're going pink. Oh. Right. What's a 5-letter word for solitude? Alone? Or... Oh yeah, there we go. Really? You're a crossword genius and you could not figure that out. Okay, cool. You thought it meant small bear? Oh. What does that mean? It means... Can I have a floppy dick, please? You know. It's pretty good. I mean, I'm sure they at least had a good laugh with you. Yeah, that's why I always laugh when people type lol in the chat with like LUL. It's like you're consistently typing dick in Dutch. So I can't use that because it's weird. That's what this chat's like, Amrak. You should know these things. Well, I'm gonna have an early rest, see if that does anything interesting. No, apparently not. Okay. Oh, I tried. At least I feel refreshed. Let's go on a romantic tour. I don't have long, Trix. It's a busy day in the lab today. Lots of deliveries. Trixie is pulling at the corners of the cloth she's laid on the ground. I know you're a very important and humanly person, but I think you'll be pleased you gave up a bit of your time for that. Here's the meowing again. No worries. I feel kind of the same with Guildhest in Final Fantasy XIV. What? Butts? She's produced a small box wrapped in pretty paper with a ribbon around it. Oh my gosh, where did you get this from? Did you wrap it yourself? There's no need to sound so surprised. I thought you knew by now I'm a very clever cat. Well, open it. Oh, I don't want to spoil it, but I tear over the paper and bows, and as I toss them away, Trixie leaps on them, delightedly playing cat and mouse. Come on, homie, need help? No, it's mine. We tussle for the box playfully, and eventually I retrieve it and take off the lid. Oh wow, Trix, it's a Quakestone! Oh, of course, it's lovely. Trixie starts to laugh. Oh, Humi, you're so funny. It's not lovely at all, but it is useful. She's right, it's not lovely. It's an ugly-looking chunk of stone, about the size of a walnut. Pinkish grey, but mostly grey. Useful? Does it do something? Pick it up. I take the lump from the box and instantly feel a vibration in my... Was that what the sound was? Just... Whoa, that's weird. What is it? The feeling is spreading up my arm and through my torso. Can you feel it? That's the quake. It's from the danger zone. What? You went to the danger zone? Well, no, not personally, but I know someone who has. Who? And how? The Quakestone. It alters your energy, transforms your frequency. It makes you in tune with the danger zone, so you don't get zapped. Wait, are you saying that if I hold this, I could go into Elder Cat territory? That's right, Humi. That's my gift to you. Protection. I have 100 questions competing to be asked, but I know I have to get back to the lab. Trixie, you're an angel! Let's meet up another time to discuss where you got this and how to use it. Bye, Angel. Well, at least those dates went okay. Isn't it spelled heists? Maybe it means something entirely different. Meow, meow. Trixie! I've been following a familiar sound along the shoreline. I can't see Trixie yet, but I know that plaintive song everywhere. It leads me to her cave. Trixie, can I come in? Wait a minute! I can hear a flurry of activity, shuffling and liquid being poured. Trixie, are you nearly ready? It's freezing out here. As soon as the sun goes down, this island becomes ridiculously cold. Come in. Her voice is slow and sing-song. The cave is warm and welcoming, and there are flower petals scattered on the ground and little jars of lucilites in every corner. Trixie is stretched out on the rock as though she hasn't moved. Hello, you. It's a long time no see. Hello, Humi. Wondered when you'd show up. As soon as you invited me, actually. She ignores me and indicates a jar of amber liquid. Help yourself. She's in one of those moods, so I take a sip of the mana juice and make a note to go easy on it this time, remembering how potent it is. So, how's Trix? Great. You've not been around for a few days. She doesn't respond. Thought you were avoiding me. I force a laugh, but now I'm beginning to think I was right. Have I upset you, Trixie? Well, in a way I suppose you have. Oh, I was kidding, but tell me, what did I... She cuts across me. I don't mean to be rude, but would you mind just shutting up and letting me talk for a while? I have to declare my undying love for thee. 24 hours of this inhatable boyfriend. I would lose my voice. My voice would be gone. Just... poof. Look, I'm dating a cat. I don't know what you guys expected. Oh, of course. I'm a little anxious about what's coming, but I do as I'm told and sit in silence. Life. Dot, 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 dot. Alright, over. She pauses and smiles. I'm not sure if I should respond, so I just smile back. Life is great and all, but sometimes it's not quite as great as you try to pretend it is. You get so used to making the best of it that you stop being aware that it's only silver, or sometimes even bronze. I mean, nothing to complain about, but then something happens that is so golden, so platinum-plated, rose gold, that the fabulosity of it catches you up like a twister, and turns everything upside down and inside out, so that you're flying and dancing against your will. You're powerless and powerful, and silver will never be good enough again. Do you know what I mean? I open my mouth, but she plows on without waiting for an answer. I feel it now. The fizzing in my tummy, the fluttering of my heart. I am champagne, popping and sparkling, lightheaded and silly. Am I silly? I feel very certain and not silly at all, but I can't stop giggling and my eyes are weepy all the time. I know what I want in my heart, but I can't connect it to my head. I feel happy. That's so deep. Truly happy. Not before happy, which wasn't really like being happy at all, but 24-karat happy and nothing less will do. There's a long pause. I look down and see that my glass is empty. And thank you for something to joining the murder vlog. I'm sorry, Jack. I am all over the place with this game. Welcome to the murder vlog. Thank you for this. I can't believe that just came in the middle of a cat declaring their eternal love to me, but you saw some of the bird dating stream. This is like that, but like less funnies and a little more creepier for some reason. And I don't know why it's more creepy than the other one, but it is. You're gonna hear the songs for the rest of your life and long for when we just ate people's faces. We'll come back for that. We'll come back for that. The coolest Witcher wench on YouTube. Are there many Witcher wenches? We need more Witcher wenches. I like that. Witcher wench. There's a long pause. I look down and see that my glass is empty. And I suddenly feel a bit... Wait, you just drank the whole thing without knowing that? Okay, that's it. That's all I have to say. Your turn. Oh, I'm not very good at speeches and I don't think I can match yours. A simple answer will do. Soulmates don't come along every day, Humi. We have a chance here to take a leap and see where the adventure takes us, or forever wonder what we missed. Well, let's leap it off. Of course I'm in. Together forever. Love the adventure. Again. And Trixie and I begin to laugh and laugh until we're rolling around on the ground so that anyone who saw us would think we were a couple of crazy, intoxicated cats. You are a couple of intoxicated, crazy cats. So. I'm just saying. Relationship goals. You've only played the Sorceress Dating Simulator. Got better options there, don't we? Well, I'm a bit of that as well, Energizer. This is a stuff of nightmare. Well, this is the last one. We'll rest again, see if we get another one, but I don't think we will. Nope. Magical nap. nothing else. This room is also just a little bit creepy. So ready. We will take... Poor Socks doesn't seem to be getting better. Time to put my veterinary training to the test. Okie dokie, let's go. I'm worried about Socks. None of the treatment so far seems to be cleaning up his wound. Cleaning the area with saline solution seemed to do the trick at first, but after a few days, the side got too sore to touch, even with a soft cotton pad. Not seeing any positive results, I decided to swallow my doubts and use Cream 116. I'm worried that I should have stuck with my gut feeling and used a cream, because now it's even worse. I've exhausted my options. How best to proceed? I decided to ask the professor for his advice. Sorry to disturb you, sir, but I need your advice on Socks. Sent Pictolus. That was very straightforward, isn't it? You first. God, that's not how this works. I snap a picture on my catalogue and send it to the professor. Yes, that does look nasty. Have you tried Cream 116? Stage 1 protocol was used first, cleaning it with saline solution, etc. But I've tried the cream since, still inflamed. Persevere with cream. Takes a while, but will pay off. I feel doubtful, but resign myself to the professor's seniority. If unsatisfied, try steroid formula in fridge. Red bag. I rummage around the fridge until I find the red bag behind a box of vitamin supplements. Got it. Thank you for your help, sir. I pour the milk into a small bowl and I'm relieved that Sock seems to like it. I sit with him as he laps it up and keep an eye on him for a while. After about an hour, I'm satisfied that he's sleeping happily and all his vital stats are normal. And he didn't die in the process. I've come to the forest to gather my thoughts. Again, alright, we're changing into a cat now. Yep, we're turning into a cat. I'm gonna eat muesli while you turn into a cat. Have fun with that. Oh, I actually look different. Why do I look different now? And why didn't Philippa look different? Why didn't we all look different from different cats? I'm exhausted. Can we stop for a second to catch our breath? Yeah, I need muesli. What's wrong with you? Oh, pussy pics. Oh shit, how did I miss that pun? Pussy pics. That's actually really good. Meow, meow, meow. Is Teruvia on drugs? All the time. You're an old cat. We've only been dancing for an hour. You dance, I'll watch. And she giggles and dances while I recline against a rock in the evening sun. Cooler, but still deliciously warm. How did I get to be so lucky? I look back to when I thought having the virus was the worst thing imaginable. It makes me smile. The day I decided to throw in a towel and allow myself to become a cat was the first day of a life beyond my wildest dreams. Why would anyone want an antidote? Being a cat is amazing. Being with Trixie is even better. I lazily stretch and slowly fall into a nap. Trix settles beside me, the two of us curled up. Our bliss is only briefly disturbed by the familiar sound of the ferry arriving at the pier. It seems my replacement has already arrived. I'll never look here, though. We know exactly where to stay safe. I wonder if they'll be as fortunate as me. No, they'll be dead. Aww. We only had 2 successful dates because one of them was sad. Sucks to be us. I mean, she looks baked. I mean, we are actually. That was the last one we were gonna do. Then we'll start on Bloodborne instead. So, I mean, I guess I didn't do the perfect run through with this one. Still though, 2 cats romanced out of 6. We're still we can't romance all the cats because we only have. Wait, we don't. No, do we? Yeah, we have 3 left, right? Do we have 3 left? I think we have only 3 left. Yeah, we have 3 left, so we can't romance all the cats. Because Philippa was like, "Stop this! I'm out of here." The game was weird. Wait, why can't we, Okay, we have to start somewhere. You're absolutely Vilgefortz. We're not actually gonna do this one, though. We're gonna go and play Bloodborne instead. Witch King. Anti-hero. I got anti-hero, Frizen, and Written in the Stars. I guess single player is not dating anyone or something? Major letdown. Oh, you have to maybe also be really rude to everyone? I don't hate it, but I think there's a lot of really, really useless dialogue that you don't, that's like just boring to read through. So it's more that. I think they could fix that. I think they could probably fix that. Try to make it more interesting. Somehow. Yeah, I mean the soundtrack could use some work. For sure. Yeah, the soundtrack is just... yeah, I'm gonna call the soundtrack annoying. The soundtrack is annoying. It's too out there. It's like, this is the reason why when I make a video, I try not to put too out there music in there, because it really, really detracts from the actual video otherwise. Unbridled fear. The soundtrack could be more than the same 5 notes over and over. That as well. Yeah, it's pretty one note, like literally. My voice is just... I mean, I should have probably known that. If ever there's a dating sim that actually has voice acting, bless them. Bless them for doing that. Thanks for making it just okay game richly entertaining. This is my throat spray. This is it. Thanks, Will. That and pleasant comments, of course. I can actually turn up the sound again a bit. Okie dokie. An early Bloodborne. See, that's much better soundtrack. Oh yeah, actually, because it's also... It's not even necessarily... Oh wait, I have a lot of souls, don't I? I should buy blood before I go anywhere else. Another thing is just that they're all kind of samey. Like you have kind of the same tune all the time, just with slightly different intonations. I have no idea where I ended up. I mean, when we played last time, I have no idea. Oh, hello Raven. Good morning. Music in gamer videos isn't something you should be bothered or thinking about. Yeah. Unless it's something that... Well, a music video, basically. That also tells a story. I just had a tea. My tea's already gone. I had to drink a lot of tea to get through reading that. Oh, right. That's where we were. I remember. I still think that's so cheeky. Just let me finish my muesli real quick. We had to go past Grandpa. Right, so... The last thing we did was chat deciding that we should kill the poor guy who was in this place. And thus we did. And, there was a guy that needed brain fluid. Or a guy or a gal? I think it was a gal that needed brain fluid. I think I already had some as well. I know that the poor little thing that thought she's a bird actually has brain fluid, which is even worse. We can't be bothered with that because it's poisoned and we don't need upgrade materials anymore. Usually. It's not nearly loud enough. I mean... yeah, it's loud enough. Doesn't follow dialectic. Dialectic, sorry. Only these things are terrible. I think not. Oh, now everyone's back. Oh, all those things I killed are back. Including these guys. And they really hurt. They really hurt. Like, for real. How much of Bloodborne is left? I have no idea. I have to find a Lady Maria, who apparently runs this place. Alright, I'm just gonna wait here for people to find me. Or, well, actually, there is a shortcut here. Because there is a... oh god! Okay. Oh shit, I didn't know there were this many of them! I'm dead. Okay, that is not a shortcut I can make. That is not a shortcut I can make. I'll clear the room, fine. You literally just wrote an essay about this subject, but I bet you can't tell. I cannot. That's why I'm still alive. Slightly. I feel a little bit tired now, but I'll be okay. Just immediately mauled to death. Welcome to Bloodborne. Enjoy. Alright, let's try it again. Slowly this time, fine. Aha! Very, very, very slowly. Why? Dear lord. Oh, they're both still alive. Okay, yeah, I actually have to be super careful with these. I actually can't even brute force. I can't even brute force them, and there's so many of them! I'm so glad I spent all my souls! I hate these guys so much. Okay, ever more slowly. Just one at a time then. Alright. You're afraid to play Dark Souls or Bloodborne. It's okay. You just watch me do this, so it's anyone can do it. You just gotta be really, really patient. Really, really patient. And yeah, practice. Practice helps a lot. A lot. Hello. No. Really? But I wanted to... I guess not. Very, very, very slowly. I don't actually roll back far enough for that to not hit me. Which is like the worst part. A support group that comforts you when Bloodborne breaks your spirit. I mean, none of the Dark Souls games broke my spirit. So, it'll be fine. Ludwig didn't break my spirit. Yet. So it's gonna be those people that throw things. They're gonna be the worst part. But I need to go and find that little girl. I'm gonna clear these first because they're annoying, but... Hello. They do have to see me though. All of them, please. And there's people throwing things upstairs too. Doesn't quite get better. Have you seen me? Yes, that's right. Come down. It's the most unsafe place on earth. Well, you can start running now. I'm here. How can you be so unfeeling? Why don't you care? Thank you. Are you mad? No, come back. What? Very, very slowly. You too. Oh shit. Wait, what? You weren't supposed to even be here yet. Yes, I know. I know there's a file. Oh, what the? I know there's a file. No, now you gotta keep going. You can't do halfway. Worth it. Worth it. Worth it. Okie dokie. Now there's still people throwing things at me upstairs. I know this. Why are we actually dressed like the long dead corpse of the Queen? It's fashionable. It's very fashionable. Favorite game in the series? I want to say 1 because I have more connections to it, but Dark Souls 3 played better, I think. But I have more like the bosses in Dark Souls 1. I prefer the bosses in Dark Souls 1 because they were so... I prefer their lore? Does that make sense? But it played a lot better to be in Dark Souls 3. Bye! Yeah, Call of Cthulhu isn't out yet, but I'm gonna assume that it's gonna be better than what we previously had. Which isn't much. Oh, you're still alive? Guess you're not a mini-boss. Oh shit, even that doesn't faze him! Nothing phases this guy. Or that. Or that, really. Actually got everything back. I don't even care. Was it here that I wanted to... No, that was the darkness. I didn't want to go there. I want to go up. And up and up. Hello there, friend. Must insist that you die. Jesus! Okay, he killed them instead. That's cool. That is not safe. That is not safe. That is not safe. Every time there's a grandpa. Every single time. But I gotta find the thing. Oh shit, there's another one? Oh Christ. And he actually has to... He's actually blocking something out. The second one seems to stagger him for some reason. I don't know why. It's not different from anything else. What? But it was the second one! Calm down. Calm down. Just calm down. I guess you can also just lead him around. And it's fine. But give me bloods. What? No! Bloods! How dare you? Madness. Despair. So, we haven't been here. That's for sure. But I need some brain fluid. You and me picking the I mean, I try not to, honestly, in Call of Cthulhu, especially with Lovecraftian work. The thing with Lovecraftian work is it's never going to be exactly what we hope it's going to be, because we, like when Lovecraft says things like, oh, the undescribable horror, undulating, yada yada, then it's like our brain makes a really, really scary picture that you could never make it as scary in an actual visual. When you see a spider. Do you also bandage your head first? When you see a spider? Huh. It feels like this is upside down for some reason. Oh, great. It's a giant... Okay. This is gonna be great. I can't really do much else with this, because... Oh, jeez. This is terrible. Hello? Yes, that is what I need. Okay, we're just... Bye. We're just gonna make that happen. This is not safe. None of this is safe. Why are rats climbing over here? This is like the least safe place in the world. Why is there a ladder to this as well? Like this... Why do you hate life? Oh, can we turn this then? Ah, yes we can. So then we can go places. But hold on. Let me check this out first. Because maybe it twists down. Hello. What is these? Oh, don't need that. Oh, and you seem upset. You have a larger...
Listen close, and you too will hear.
I don't want to.
The sound of water.
Alright, but... You don't want to live, so, you know, I get that. You're welcome! I'm freeing people left, right, and center. I'm so sweet. What a lovely person I am. I'll still take the stairs because I don't actually trust falling down here at all. Sound of water. Sound of water kills people. Actually, I'm gonna go and see if I can get a little more mad. I can. A whole one. Oh, let's get the other one as well. Used to gain much insight. Much, and by much I mean a whole 2. Very good. Okay, so it... Oh, okay. But you can turn it back down as well, right? Or is that another thing? Another raven? Why is a raven like a writing desk? It's one of those things again. So does that mean this one also drops fluids, or not. Hello?
Splish, splash. Splish, splash.
It's one of these again.
Have you heard how curiously the sea churns? Like a storm, but like the rain, only gentle, like dripping water. It bellows from deep inside of me. Here it comes, up through my inside, but gently, like little droplets.
Why not? Doesn't she drop drain fluid?
Have you heard how cute, like a... Here it...
Alright, I won't kill her. Fine. And then how will I get my brain fluids? Oh, this goes down. Oh, wait, no, that's where I came from. Okay, I'm gonna go and kill the traitor bird. Oh, thanks, Tranquil. Hello. Haven't seen you yet during the 12-hour streams. You crazy, crazy person. You actually just missed a dating sim. I thought you might actually want to see that. I added that to the list for you. It's not on the same level as Hatful Boyfriend though. Like, not even remotely, but can we convince the streamer not to? No, because I know if Cora if Cora decides to break the rule, then I know it's worthwhile not to do it. So look, I thought it was interesting, but I mean it's different. It's very different. Very, very different. You were present. Have you seen me date all the beautiful cats? I made out with a cat. Well, off screen, but technically it happened. Wait, this is not that one. Oh, this is different. But also not. Wait, then where does the other one go? Doesn't make any sense. Wait. Holy crap! What the hell? I'm good. I'm good. I'll leave. I'll leave instead. You guys have fun with that. Fall off or something, please. They're actually leaving. They're actually genuinely leaving. I don't know where to, but... And they go back up again. These things are so fast. What the hell? I'm gonna actually use my tiny sword for this one now. Because... this is not safe. Alright, I can see it coming from here. Alright. I'm gonna die. What the hell? Okay, maybe I'll use my big one anyway. These are just completely nuts. Oh shit. What about my souls though? They're in a weird spot. Have you been there, Matt? We have not exchanged puns in a while. The double 12-hour stream was because we're celebrating 10k. So there was a reason. I don't know what these things want, man. Oh. Oh, what the hell? Oh, shit! This is like an entirely different floor now! But that one isn't? What the hell? You used to be people. Did you used to be... Oh, okay. Yeah, that's safe. That seems safe. That seems safe. You guys look happy. You guys look like you're having a hell of a time. Oh shit! There's more! Oh, I knew that. Holy crap! That deals damage! Oh, the pain. Is this stream for charity? No, just shits and giggles. Mine and yours, hopefully. I read them. Like, he almost kind of had them there. Close enough. You're part of the 10K since yesterday. Welcome. Basically, yeah, if I can't buy noodle soup, I get very cranky. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do it slowly. It's on. Good evening. Oh shit. Oh wow, they don't even get staggered, really. Interesting. Bad. Interesting. Interestingly bad. I need to be really careful with this because there's like a ton of them here. Thanks for follow, man. Stop being Cthulhu! Oh, wait. Oh. Oh, shit! Oh, Jesus. It really is insane. Oh, he has my souls. I mean, there's not that many, but... These things are weird! It's Bloodborne, Jinsey, that's the point. No, it doesn't matter. It's still weird. Aha! They sound like women, don't they? They sound like they're all women. I don't know what to make of that. I actually did not buy any noodles. I feel a little bad. What's the point, Eridan? We're helping you sleep. It's fine. Oh, more of them. That's fine. We'll leave. Wasn't there another body that I could loot? Oh. Oh, that's a lot of them. Ooh. Oh, was there a spoiler? Weird. Can you imagine if your primary mode of transport was your face? Oh, poor things. But I mean, they've already gone mad, so it's okay. They're used to this. Wait, what? Oh, oh, right. Laboratory. Oh, they put the floor here now. Oh, that's the brain fluid person, isn't it? That's you, right?
Please, I need brain.
Yep. She needs brain fluid. I can't help her though. Oh, but that means that this is just that I just unlocked a shortcut and that's it. Oh, but I appreciate that. That is appreciable, Triple. Alright. Let's go. How am I holding up with this epic lengthy stream? This one's not that oh, I should actually stop recording.